Now then, both sets of players gathering around the centre circle because we are going to have a moment's applause for Gerhard Aigner, who recently passed away, the former UEFA General Secretary.
Von ihren Plätzen, sofern es ihnen möglich ist. Wir gedenken ihn mit einem Moment der Wertschätzung. Yesterday, one of the greatest leaders in European football, former UEFA General Secretary Gerhard Aigner, sadly passed away. Please stand if you're able to and join us for a moment of applause in his memory.
So a moment's applause for Gerhard Aigner, a picture of him on the giant screens, up above the players, way up in the sky, hanging off the roofs of this stadium. The Austrian players have gone into a team huddle. I think the fans inside the stadium slightly puzzled by the message there. It started as a moment's silence, turned into applause, then the applause faded away and the referee decided to blow his whistle, and we're just about to get this game underway. Our referee is Umut Meyler from Turkey. This is his second game in the tournament. The first was Slovakia against Belgium. Big decisions late in that game. The video assistant referee got involved. If you remember, a late Romelu Lukaku goal disallowed for a handball in the build-up. Slovakia have played earlier on today. They've lost 2-1 against Ukraine. So in Group A, you've now got Romania, Slovakia and Ukraine all on 3 points, with Belgium to play Romania tomorrow night. You could have all 4 teams on 3 points going into the final round of games. This, though, is Group D action for the rest of today on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. And Austria come flying out of the blocks from the kickoff. They worked something clever. They built a move down the left-hand side. Umvena, the left-back, is involved. Now it's Konrad Laimer who's on the ball. Plays it back to Umvena. He has it attached to his right foot. Now he gets it back on the left, slides a little past the byline. Sabitzer's cross, blocked by Poland, cleared and out for an early Austrian throw. Bit of invention from the start there, Connor.
I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed the kickoff, Ali. Really, really good, something they've worked on. And again, I think Christian Fuchs spoke about detail with Ralf Rangnick before the game. That was exactly what it was, detail from the kickoff.
Well, back in March, Christoph Baumgartner scored after 6 seconds against Slovakia in a friendly as this throw-in goes into the Polish penalty area. The Austrian left-back Umvena, heavily involved in the early stages, knocks the ball up in the air. It's headed away, but Austria onto it again. It is Seifert, one of the 2 central midfielders, plays it back. That's a very ambitious right-footed strike from the right-back Stefan Posch. Took a big deflection, bounces in front of Wojciech Szczesny, and I think the Polish keeper is just quite grateful to get his hands on the ball and be able to say to his team, settle down, because Austria right in Poland's faces from the start.
Definitely, I'm expecting a really interesting game. 2 philosophies, 2 different ways of playing. We know Austria like to be on the front foot and be aggressive, and we're seeing a back 5 as normal from Poland, so a real interesting game.
So throw in for Poland on the left. Wojciech Szczesny, the goalkeeper, playing in his 4th Euros, winning his 84th cap for his country. Long throw forward. In case you hadn't heard the headline team news, Robert Lewandowski not ready to start games yet for Poland at this tournament. He's here, we've seen him, he's come out, he's sitting down on that Poland bench at the moment. Austria have the ball inside their own half. They have made 4 changes today, Poland, after the 2-1 defeat against the Netherlands. Umvena again from left-back for Austria. Forward to Arnautovic, trying to turn 25 yards out, looking to win a free kick from the referee as he goes down. Doesn't get the decision. Bednarek clears up to the halfway line. The ball is hoisted up in the air. Laimer does well to get it under control, looking for Baumgartner on his right-hand side. Austria continue to attack, pouring forward in numbers. Here's the right-back, Posch. Now, was he fouled on the edge of the box? Again, the referee says no. And Poland, who cannot get out of their own half at the moment, they cannot get a breath in this game, have won a free kick wide on the left, and they'll just want to slow everything down. 2.5 minutes in, Poland 0, Austria 0.
Ali, what a fantastic start from Austria. I really like the look of him. I watched the first game and I thought he played really well in that, and you've seen it from the kickoff. You're on the front foot straight away, playing in the opposition half, and it's a great start from Austria.
So Poland get the ball, Szczesny in goal, 3 centre-backs, Jan Bednarek of Southampton, Jakub Kiwior of Arsenal, and Pavel Davidovich of Verona has come in as one of the changes today. Przemysław Frankowski of Lens on the right-hand side, 22-year-old Nikola Zalewski of Roma on the left. In midfield, as Austria come forward again, Sabitzer, right-footed pass, behind Arnautovic, couldn't control it, away it goes for a goal kick. Bartosz Szliż and Jakub Piotrowski have come into the team today for Romanchuk and Urbanski, and then Piotr Zielinski, the Napoli man, who will be joining Inter Milan after this tournament, is in behind Adam Buksa, great in the air, scored Poland's goal in the 2-1 defeat against the Netherlands, and Krzysztof Piątek, who, as Thomas, our Polish friend, pointed out before the game, having been a former Hertha Berlin player, knows this stadium well, now plays his club football in Turkey and has had a terrific season in the Turkish Super League, scoring 17 goals for Istanbul. Başakşehir. Austria come forward again. Arnautovic nods the ball down. Sabitzer, deep cross. Arnautovic waits, tries to control it, just wriggles away from him. Runs back, collects the ball, plays it back to Posh. Another cross comes into the far post. Sabitzer looks to attack it, and Bednarek is there, nods it behind, and that'll be a corner for Austria. Conor Cody.
Tell you what, Ali, you hit the nail on the head before. They can't breathe, Poland. They really can't. Austria have started absolutely fantastic. What a brilliant bit of play. Crosses into the box, direct to the play. Arnautovic running in behind. They've started brilliantly.
Austrian fans, thousands of them in the replica shirts. The whole stadium away to our left is moving. Corner for Austria. Comes in from the left, delivered into the far post. Szczesny leaps high, slightly slices the punch. Sabitzer might get another go here for Austria. Wide on the left. Polish fans respond as only they can. Thunderclap beginning from them away to our right-hand side. Terrific atmosphere. 5 minutes in, Poland 0, Austria 0. Poland nicked the ball on the halfway line. Now a chance for them to try and attack, and Zalewski just couldn't quite bring it under control. He's tackled, and it's gone out for a Polish throw.
I think, Ali, that might be where Poland get the joy. I've played in a back five myself, and counter-attacking becomes really, really important, especially when you're playing against an aggressive team like Austria.
Actually, it's a Polish free kick. Piątek just caught before the ball went out of play for the throw. Just inside the Austrian half, curling ball into the Austrian penalty area. And it comes all the way through to goalkeeper Patrick Pence. I will just give you the Austrian lineup in a second. I'm aware we've not been able to do that as yet. Arnautovic, the skipper, goes chasing a lost cause really down the inside left channel, gets the last touch on the ball, and it goes out for a Polish throw. So Austria have Patrick Pence in goal, Stefan Posch at right back, Philipp Umwena of Mainz at left back. 7 of these players playing club football in the Bundesliga last season. Gernot Trauner, Philipp Lienhardt have come in as the 2 centre-backs today. Nicholas Seifert alongside Florian Grilic in central midfield. Sabitzer, Baumgartner and Lima is a really powerful attacking front three, with Arnautovic as the spearhead, and Austria have now won a free kick just inside the Polish half. 6 minutes played, Poland 0, Austria 0.
Arnautovic looks ready to go, Ali, doesn't he? He's come into this team after the first game, and I think sometimes you don't know what Arnautovic you're going to get, but the way he started this game, he looks really up for it, as do the rest of the Austria team. Yeah,
Austria have their Arnautovic and Poland don't have their Lewandowski, 2 incredibly experienced strikers, talismen for their countries. Free kick from Sabitzer is just a bit too deep, clears everyone and goes behind for the goal kick to Poland. So Szczesny, all in green away to our left, with his bright white gloves, just almost soaking up the atmosphere for a second. The other thing I just saw, Connor, on the TV monitors away to our left, we got the aerial shot a second ago where it looks like from above, it looks like they've sort of cut open the roof of a giant airship with about 70,000 people inside it. It's an incredible arena, isn't it?
I loved you calling out a lollipop before, Ali. I'll be honest, I really enjoyed that. That was a great bit of imaginative speech, shall I say.
Yeah, I was just trying to think what is. I was just imagining like the twist the lolly with the red and white running through it, and this stadium just has lines of red and white running through it. Arnautovic battling for Austria again, has won a free kick. Attacking position, midway inside the Polish half, in the inside right channel. You're right, Connor, he looks fired up, he looks like he means business. You've played against him. When he's in this mood, he's a tricky customer.
He's so tough to play against. He's big, he's strong. He can work it in behind, he can run it behind, he comes to feet and holds the ball well. You know he comes alive in the box. He's a fantastic player, but when you've got him in this form, he is.
So Conor Coady with us inside the Olympic Stadium. Savitsa's free kick, real pace on that, zipped into the edge of the box. Again, Poland just scramble it away for now. Lima plays it back to Savitsa. Umvena is in a central position, 25 yards out, ships it on quickly to his left-hand side. Back heel from Posh, that's one full-back to another. Umvena is challenged by Frankowski, the right wing-back for Poland, and the ball goes out for an Austrian throw. In terms of sort of tournament qualification, well, Austria certainly were the more impressive, flying through their group, finished just 1 point behind Belgium, lost 3-2 at home to Belgium, drew 1-1 against them, but won the rest of the games and finished miles ahead of Sweden in third place. Poland's qualification, not so clever. Umvena's long throw into the penalty area is headed away. Might come back to Umvena. Good touch with the right foot. Chance to get another cross in. Header into the top corner. And Austria have themselves the lead. Szczesny threw himself high to his right-hand side. Might have just got fingertips to it, but he couldn't keep it out. And the Austrian fans are having a party inside the Olympic Stadium in Berlin. Massive game for both nations. Poland have the lead. Gernot Trauner, the centre-back, with a classic lead and a fabulous header. Poland 0, Austria 1.
Ali, what a fantastic goal that is. And it's been coming, by the way. Austria have started the game brilliantly. They've been on the front foot. The cross from Umvena is brilliant, and the header from the centre-back to get it in at the near post, right into the top corner, is absolutely brilliant. They've been fantastic since the start of the game. They've thoroughly deserved that goal.
Second goal for his country. Gernot Trauner plays his club football for Feyenoord. Last 3 seasons, of course, he's been there under Arne Slot. Title winner 2 seasons ago, cup winner last season, and now a goal-scoring hero for Austria. Who've got the press on against Poland, and they've won the ball high up the field. Here comes a strike on goal. That's blocked. Savitsa with the shot, and Poland at the moment desperately just clearing the ball away. They're trailing Austria by 1-0, and that goes out for a Polish throw. Let's check in on the cricket, the World T20 in St Lucia. England against South Africa. Ellie Oldroyd.
South African innings is over. 163 for 6 of their 20 overs, and that is a good bowling performance by England. At one stage, Quinton de Kock looked like he was going to make it a huge total. 65 of 38 he got, but Jofra Archer taking 3 wickets. It's been an interesting one, this, and we'll have to wait and see in a few minutes' time when England go out to chase 164 if they can take a step closer to the semi-finals.
Yes, thank you, Ellie. Ellie will keep us posted here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Commentary on the cricket as ever over on Radio 5 Sports Extra. That is the joy of the BBC Sounds app at moments like these. You can stay across everything, both stations, take it with you wherever you go. And once again, we've got another great game. Great atmosphere on our hands at Euro 2024, and Conor Coady sitting next to me as Trauner went up for the header. It was almost like you were in the box there, Conor. You were leaping as well and sort of flexing the neck muscles. Fabulous run and header.
To be fair, Ali, if that was me, it wouldn't have flew into the top corner. It probably gone over the bar or probably the opposite way. But what a fantastic goal. And they're on the attack again.
It's relentless from Austria at the moment. Umvena's cross into the far post. And again, it's Davidovic for Poland who heads it away, and they will be able to keep this ball in play on the left-hand side, and they've managed to scramble a way through, and suddenly Poland are on the front foot, and for the first time Austria have a bit of defending to do. Interception, it runs to Trauner, who's a giant figure in his red shirt, number 3 on his back, slides a gentle pass away to his right-hand side, and Austria slow things down for a second or two. So in this group, Group D, commentary tonight from Leipzig, Netherlands against France, 8 o'clock kickoff UK time. Dion Dublin alongside Vicky Sparks for that one. Group as it stands at the moment, Netherlands and France obviously 3 points each from their first games. The win here for Austria, if it became that, they'd then be on the 3 points, and Poland in real trouble going into the final set of group games. 12 minutes in, and Poland trying to find a footing in this game. Lovely step over from Zielinski, and then unfortunate layoff is given away to Umvena, and Austria fancy the counter-attack through Lima. Lima's got 2 white-shirted Polish players with him. Ball bounces to Bednarek, and Bednarek scrambles it back to his goalkeeper Szczesny. Szczesny's put plenty on that away to his left-hand side. Kivior does well. Backpedals, brings it down on the chest of his bright white shirt and comes jogging up towards the halfway line. Closed down by Baumgartner, and Kivior passes it straight out of play. Poland are rattled here, Connor.
They are, and they have to take a breath somewhere. They need to try and get a little bit of respite. Even the pass into the striker there, it has to keep hold of the ball for Poland. It has to. It's just giving the ball back to Austria, and they're on the attack again. Like I said, Austria being brilliant, but Poland just have to take a breath there. They need to try and take the sting out of the game a little bit.
It's Connor Cody with us in the Olympiastadion in Berlin. Austria leading Poland by a goal to nil. Loads of space from Weiner again, streaking forward. Here's Sabitzer, corner of the box. Not the best cross from him. Headed away by Dawidovic. Doesn't stick with Buxa for Poland. Another mistake from them. Lienhardt, the Austrian centre-back, he's involved. So Austria changed both centre-backs ahead of this game. Max Werber and Kevin Danzo left out of the side today, both on yellow cards. Gernot Trauner and Philipp Lienhardt have come in. Austrian defence yet really to be tested. It's all about Austria with the ball and putting Poland under pressure at the moment. Central midfield is Grilic with the dark hair. Good turn from him. Spies an opportunity to get the legs moving, moves forward, plays it to Weiner, and Weiner lays it back to Grilic. He's got a stretch to keep this for Austria, slides in, just knocks it back to Lienhardt. Philipp Lienhardt was I think a 17-year-old, 18-year-old when he joined Real Madrid. Didn't quite happen for him there. 3 years there before he moved on. Now a Freiburg player where he has been for quite a while, playing for Austria today. Great run from Baumgartner right through the middle. Arnautovic struggling to deal with him as well. The ball from Arnautovic, too much on it, and through it goes for a Poland goal kick. Connor Cody.
Ali, what Austria are doing brilliantly, we can see it from where we are, Al, with how high we're sat. We can see both teams, the formations they're playing. They're finding the gaps lovely into midfield. They're turning and passing forward. They're direct when they need to be. They're playing really, really well. And if we're looking now, Austria just look like there's red shirts all over the pitch, doesn't it? They're covering every blade of grass.
Here they are again, Austria. Seifert, little back heel to himself, then the ball forward. Chance for Austria to attack. The pitch looks massive when Austria have the ball. Baumgartner's little layoff here to Sabitzer. Sabitzer rolls it back to Weiner, and Weiner plays it to Grilic. Forward into the feet of Lima. Lima is half tackled there, but Poland don't get it clear. Seifert in his orange boots. Another short pass to his left to Weiner. And now Sabitzer with the hair tied back, the pencil moustache, the little goatee beard, gets the ball again on the left. They're enjoying it, these Austrian players. You can see the confidence oozing out of them. Here's Grilic down by the byline on the left. Poland at the moment cannot get anywhere near them, cannot get a touch of the ball, and every time Austria come forward, they look really dangerous, I think, Connor.
They're in control, Ali. They're completely in control of the game, the way they're playing. Like I said, they're passing forward when they can. They're turning out and coming back when they need to. The way they're playing is brilliant, and you can tell they've spoke before this game. They realise how important this game is.
They may have just given the ball away here. Grilic is going to try and win a 50-50. Challenge on him from Zielinski with his sharp side parting, the jet black hair and the bright green captain's armband wrapped around his left bicep. Another loose touch from Poland in central midfield. So many mistakes from the Polish team at the moment. Seifert plays it to his right. Baumgartner's cross. Sabitzer gets a shot away. It's half blocked, no pace on it, and Szczesny comes out and picks it up.
The transition from Austria is brilliant. As soon as they win the ball back, the first thought is, can we play forward and can we get into the box? And they're not shy of putting the ball into the box either.
Frankowski rolling one down the right-hand side. Krzysztof Piątek brought into the team for Poland today. Lays it back here to Zielinski. Zielinski on the dribble. Piątek looks for the 1-2. Buxa is trying to turn. Trauner doing a good defensive job there. Gets a foot in. Buxa again. Finds Zielinski. Great first touch. Clever dribbling. Hits the shot. Brilliantly blocked. And Poland are appealing for a handball. And at the moment, the referee remains totally impassive, jogs backwards and lets the game continue. Our video assistant referee, Paolo Valeri, will be having a look at that one. Great feet from Zielinski on the edge of the box.
Brilliant feet, and better from Poland, getting bodies in and around the box, playing forward when they can. The two forwards linking up, and then Zielinski on the edge of the box with quick feet, which was lovely. But I don't think it was a penalty. It was actually great defending. His arms tucked in, and it's a good bit of defending.
Poland fans need something to shout about. Maybe they'll get it now. Dawidovic, big rugged centre-back, socks rolled down, bright green boots, and it's played out to the left-hand side to young Zalewski on the charge. Cross is blocked at close range, and it goes out for a throw into Poland, who of course came through the playoffs to qualify for Euro 2024. Won their playoff semi-final very comfortably at home against Estonia, and then I was there for the game when they got through against Wales on the penalty shootout. Here come Poland attacking again. Cross is cleared, but Poland have it wide on the left. Zalewski plays it back into midfield. Piotrowski on the ball for a second, finds Bednarek behind him. Bednarek, little scoop pass into the channel, drops down here in the box, laid out to the right-hand side to Frankowski. Cross comes in, well, boots are nearly there, and the right-footed cutter from Zalewski is just over the bar. Sweetly hit, he just couldn't keep it down.
Massive opportunity, Al. Really good play from Poland. That's what happens when you play five at the back. You have the two wing-backs, one crossing, the other one getting into the back post, and it's a big chance for Poland because you haven't had many at the start of this game with how Austria have started, so that's chances you need to take if you're Poland's point of view. But again, a back five, wing back to wing back and getting opportunities at the back post.
18 minutes gone in the first half in Berlin. Slovakia 1, Ukraine 2, result from earlier on today in Group E, which has really opened that group up. And we've got commentary on Netherlands-France live from the stadium in Leipzig this evening. 8 o'clock kickoff UK time. The game also on BBC One, but via the iPlayer with the special Euro 2024 feature, you can get those BBC pictures alongside the 5 live commentary. That'll be Vicky Sparks and Dion Dublin tonight. Lima on the ball, back to goal, running away from the Polish penalty area. Grilic just quickly shuffles it onto his left, and Mvena plays it out to Sabitzer. Sabitzer to Mvena. All of this inside the Polish half, wide on the left. Mvena again, the Mainz fullback. Always an option, again, on the left, Mvena. Now starts to bring the ball infield. Piotrowski gets a foot in. Austria still have it, though, and Grilic side foots a pass carefully back to the goal scorer, Trauner. Here's Seifert. Seifert plays to Trauner again. Trauner just inside the centre circle, running to his left-hand side. The rain has completely stopped now in Berlin. It's turning into a nice evening. Muggy temperatures, though, been really sticky here today, and you can feel that sort of rain and a storm brewing in the air when we made our way up to the stadium. Austria's goalkeeper, Patrick Pence, plays the ball out with his left foot. Austria have it on the halfway line. Baumgartner gets his head up, moves forward, gliding across the turf. Back to Grilic. Grilic sweeps a curling low pass out to Mvena. Mvena rolls it on to Sabitzer. Mvena goes on the outside. Cross in with his left foot, high and deep to the back post. Chance for Kivior to clear. Caught in mid-air as he did so, and that'll be a free kick to Poland. 20 minutes in, Poland 0, Austria 1.
Poland have just settled down now, They just seem to be playing themselves into the game a little bit now. We've seen the chance before, and they just seem a little bit more settled in the shape now. The 5-3-2, they're pressing the ball when they can press the ball, they're sitting in the mid-block when they can sit in it, and they just seem a little bit more settled now.
Such an important game for both teams, having lost their opening games, and at the moment Austria having very much the better of this. We'll be checking in on the Tennis at Queen's Club shortly. Next break in play, we'll be joining Russell Fuller. Just going to see what Poland can do in the build-up here with Frankowski in possession wide on the right. Well, all he can do is give it away. Austria have it. Here's Mvena. Mvena to Grilic. Good run made through the middle here. Chance possibly for Baumgartner. Szczesny, long way out, wins the header. Still trouble for Poland, headed forward there. Sabitzer goes chasing, and that would have gone out for a corner, so it had to be cleared by Bednarek, and Sabitzer eventually gets his head on it, and it goes out for a throw-in to Poland. Let's bring Russell in from the tennis.
Jack Draper has levelled his quarter-final against Tommy Paul at 1-set-all. He's won the second 7-5, breaking to love in the decisive and final game of the second set, Ali.
Thank you, Russell. 163 for 6, South Africa against England in the World T20 in St Lucia. England's reply, commentary ball by ball over on Radio 5 Sports Extra. 3 more Euros commentaries coming your way tomorrow on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. 2 o'clock, Georgia against the Czech Republic. 5 o'clock, Turkey, Portugal. And then 8 o'clock, Belgium against Romania. This is Poland 0, Austria 1. What have you spotted out there at the moment, Connor Cody?
No, just looking at the position Lame is picking up just in between the midfield and the back three for Poland. It's a lovely little position. He was stood there in acres then, and it's just a pass through the lines, and you see that a lot with football now from defenders, and a lot of defenders now want to play, they want to pass forward, and that pass is just on for Lame. It is in a lovely little position, and it could hurt Poland if they don't get onto it.
Poland have the throw. Both managers, Ralf Rangnick and Michal Probierz, out on the edge of the pitch. You've got to go quite a long way actually from the dugouts here to get to the touchline. Arnautovic, ball with the outside of the right foot. Great touch, Baumgartner. Looks for a little ball. Arnautovic Mitrovic, Szczesny out quickly to make the block. Wouldn't have counted, the offside flag was up. Good goalkeeping from Szczesny. He didn't know that the offside flag was going to go up, and he came out like a shot to make the block.
Brilliant goalkeeping, but great play again from Austria. Again, it's transition. They win the ball back and they play forward. I love how fast they go forward and they want to attack the goal. And he is offside by a good couple of yards, but a great save from Szczesny.
Ralf Rangnick has had just over a couple of years in charge of this Austrian team. If you remember, he was still the interim boss at Manchester United when he was first appointed. Finished the job at Old Trafford and has since been concentrating on the Austrian national team, who are backing off here. Zielinski lays it off to Piontek on the right-hand side here. Frankowski. Piontek makes the run, gets the cross in, diving header away. Zielinski chests it down, drives it low with his left foot on the half volley. The shot is blocked, and Grulic has the ball at his feet for Austria. Play back to Posch. Posch, the right back for Austria, chips it forward, headed away on the halfway line by Davidovic, and out for a throw-in to Austria on the right. So it took a little while for Ralf Rangnick to sort it out for Austria. Started in the Nations League campaign. They were relegated from the top tier. He lost 4 of his first 6 games in charge, despite an impressive 3-0 win away to Croatia in his first game in charge. Since then, though, just 2 defeats in the last 17 games and 12 wins. He's got the ticket.
It's a brilliant record, isn't it? It's a good record. It's a record of a team who are comfortable doing what they're doing, playing the system that they play. And I think you can see here how well coached they are. They all know the roles. They all want to run forward. They're all really fit. If we're talking about it, I felt that in the first game as well with how fit Austria are. And you expect that from a Ralf Rangnick team, but they played really well at the start of this game.
That's the voice of Conor Cody here in Berlin. Trauner's ball just runs out of play for Austria down the right. Lima was chasing. Lima continues to chase as Poland take their throw, but they managed to work the ball away from him. Here's Jan Bednarek, who will be a Premier League player again next season after Southampton's win over Leeds in the playoff final. Connor's Leicester are up, of course. Ipswich Town will be there next season as well. So that's all still to come. But both of us, I think, Connor, you and I, quite excited about...
I was going to say, you didn't even say hello to me in the van before. You just mentioned Ipswich Town being in the Premier League. So
straight in.
And you did say they were going to win first game of the season. That's what you said, didn't it?
Ipswich at home to Liverpool on the first game of the new Premier League season. Leicester have got Tottenham, is that right, Connor?
Tottenham on the Monday night, yeah, great game for us,
yeah. But this is the Euros. Poland 0, Austria 1, and Austria very impressive so far. Szczesny clears for Poland from the edge of his box. Trauner wins the header. Grulic up to nod forward the next one. The ball drops inside the Poland half. Grulic snaps into the challenge there, pokes it forward, runs to Bednarek. And Bednarek just at walking pace just outside his own penalty area, plays a ball into the heart of midfield. Zielinski, who's a lovely mover with the ball at his feet, back to Bednarek. Again it comes into Piotrowski. Poland got to be careful here, playing out quite beautifully though. 5 passes, bang, 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 via Szczesny as well. And now they try and attack down the right-hand side. Frankowski's got a bit of pace, got past his man, then played a poor ball in field, and Austria were able to intercept.
Better play from Poland, really good play from the back actually to find a way out, and that's what keepers want to do these days. You find numbers and you find the overload and play out from the back. Stefan
Posch with a volley away in the right back position for Austria. Zalewski wants the replacement ball as soon as he can. Thinks about a quick throw for Poland. 26 minutes gone in the first half. Poland 0, Austria 1. Piotrowski plays it back to Zalewski. Kivior involved in the attack here. Zielinski, little pocket of space in the inside left channel, wide to Zalewski. Zalewski's cut back, might run to the edge of the box. Here's Zielinski, right-footed shot, headed straight up in the air, didn't even make it through to Patrick Pence. Didn't have a save to make in the Austrian goal, but more danger created by Poland, and Sabitzer just hoiks one away with his left foot, and Poland have it again.
Oh, Lally, I think he was too desperate to get his shot off there. I thought he could have took another touch, maybe towards the box.
Buxa looking for Piontek, good interception inside the penalty area, made by Lienhardt, and so Austria have themselves a free kick. Just signs from Poland there.
Yeah, I feel like they've settled into the game a little bit now. They're understanding that, obviously they understand the formation anyway, they've played it a long time, but I just think Austria caught them by surprise a little bit with the pace that they started at, but Austria kind of took a step back and Poland have just settled into the game a little bit more now.
We're keeping Conor Cody busy over here in Germany for the BBC. Conor will definitely be part of the England coverage next Tuesday. Final group game for England against Slovenia. But I know he'll be in all sorts of places, on sounds, on television, on your radio as well over the next few days, enjoying the tournament with us here. Conor, of course, part of the England squad at the last two major tournaments. Watching Poland 0, Austria 1 at the moment. Poland on the ball. Davidovic chips it back to his goalkeeper, Szczesny. Szczesny side foots it forward to Bednarek. Bednarek's going to go with a long ball right down the middle of the field. Trauner's got it covered and just glances it off that bald head back to his goalkeeper, Pence.
Hard ball from Bednarek, that on. Really hard ball. When you're playing a back five, it's tough because you're not playing with many up front. So to play a ball like that, he's usually outnumbered anyway. So real tough ball from Bednarek.
Piotrowski plays it back to Szczesny. He's under a little bit of pressure there, the Juventus keeper. Chips it down the right, headed infield by Frankowski, and there's a foul there on Piotrowski. And so that will be a free kick for Poland inside their own half. If you're just tuning in, Gernot Trauner with the goal for Austria. A moment he will never forget inside this spectacular stadium. Zielinski making it happen again. Gives it to Frankowski. Into the penalty area, cross into the near post, diving header away. And behind for the Polish corner, Lienhardt, the man to intercept for Austria.
Tell you what, the two centre-backs for Austria started brilliantly, have they? The goal from Trauner and Lienhardt with the defending. That's a couple now where he's come and just intercepted. Better play from Poland, no with the wing-backs again.
And that's really interesting as well, Conor, because they're both new into the team today as well. Both brought into the team by Ralf Rangnick, with Verber and Danso left out. Justifying the manager's fate. Zielinski with the corner, an away swinger to the far post, nodded away. Touch from Zalewski, runs forward to the edge of the Austrian box, lays the ball off to his right. Here's Zielinski, left-footed cross from him. Goalkeeper thought about coming, headed up in the air, wide on the left-hand side. Poland still have it. Great chance, great block. Bednarek hit the shot, and now it's in. And Poland have their equaliser. Krzysztof Piątek, who used to play his club football in this stadium, brought into the team tonight. No Lewandowski for Poland, but the strikers are on form. He's found the back of the net. It's Poland 1, Austria 1.
Big goal, Ali. Really, really big goal with the start of the game. We mentioned before, Poland were just settling into the game, and it's come from a set piece, a second phase set piece. Ball back into the far post, and it just ricochets a little bit. Very similar to the goal with England yesterday where Harry Kane taps it in the back post. It just falls to him. It's a lovely finish into the corner. But listen, Poland have settled well, and 1-0. We've got a game in our hands.
We do indeed. Poland 1, Austria 1. Krzysztof Piątek, after enjoying the celebrations, has been thrown a bottle of water to refresh himself as well. The first shot was well blocked. It then comes to Piątek, who picks his spot beautifully, Conor.
Do you know what's brilliant, Ali? His touch just to set him up. Because when you're in the box like that, you have bodies all around you. It's so hard to compose yourself. Sometimes you just want to let the shot go, and it's a fabulous touch into his path and passes it into the corner.
Right, this is what we love about Five Live. We've been to the tennis, we're here at the football, we've had a goal at the football, there's been a wicket in St Lucia. Ellie Oldroyd.
Phil Salt is out, got off the mark with a 6, but he is brilliantly caught at cover for 11, 15 for 1 at that stage. Johnny Bairstow's come out to join Jos Buttler in the middle, 18 for 1 now, so England heading for that target of 164 to win, but they're still a long way off. In the third over, England 18 for 1.
Blimey, listen to those Polish fans. Thank you, Ellie. Ball-by-ball commentary continues on the cricket over on Radio 5 Sports Extra. Football Daily, podcast with you every day, available via the BBC Sounds app. Must mention the Match of the Day Top 10 podcast as well, which is always a fantastic listen. Available to listen to only on BBC Sounds, so you've got to get the BBC Sounds app to listen to it. All about the Euros this summer. Gary Lineker, Michael Richards and Alan Shearer have been creating their perfect England and Scotland combined 11 on one of the latest episodes. Listen only on BBC Sounds. You probably have your own thoughts about that one, and it may have changed as well given the football over the last couple of days. But I'm certainly not going to put Conor on the spot with that one. Here's Sabitzer, plays the ball to Mvena, and Mvena just outside the penalty area, crosses with his right foot in towards the far post, beyond everyone again, and behind for the goal kick. This is set up so brilliantly now, Conor, because second group game, they both lost their first game. They've now both scored. Poland have come back into this game absolutely in the balance.
Ali, how can you not love this? Honestly, how can you not love this? What an atmosphere. Both sets of supporters. but two different ways of playing, like we mentioned at the start of the game, and it's just set up for a brilliant game.
Gernot Trauner, Christoph Piontek with the goals. Talking about famous footballing events inside this stadium. You sit here, this was the site of the Van Basten volley in 1988, one of the most famous goals of, certainly the European Championship of all time. The Zidane headbutt, 2006, in this stadium as well. And the final, of course, of Euro 2024 will be here on the 14th of July. Interestingly, actually, Germany won't play here before the final, if they get to the final, of course, unless they finish runners-up in Group A. They won't play here in Berlin unless they're runners-up in Group A. Could play here in the final, of course. 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Austrian free kick. Sabitzer's ball beyond Trauner. Sliding effort by Lienhardt at the far post. Got something on it. Couldn't direct the shot on target. Trauner the target again, and he was very close to finding him.
Yeah, it's a great free kick, brilliant cross from Sabitzer, and he just gets round the back post, and if he gets that on the floor, it's a tap-in for somebody at the back post. So, no, brilliant free kick. I just think Poland just got to be a little bit careful with the fouls that they're giving away, Ali. They've got themselves back in the game, they've settled really well now, they're playing some good football, and they're just giving away a few fouls just in that middle area there.
Zielinski in a tight spot, flips the ball forward, was fouled. The referee says free kick for Poland, left back position, and they'll take their time overtaking it. Great feet over on the left. Poland bringing it forward to the halfway line, looking for a very ambitious diagonal ball out towards Frankowski. The idea was right, they couldn't quite pull it off. That's the kind of thing, actually, I've watched you do plenty. Yeah. Those sort of balls.
Yeah, they're the sorts of passes I like, to be fair,
yeah.
Ali. And do you know what? Like you said, it's the right idea, and if you get that right from full-back to full-back or opposite centre-back to full-back, it will always be on against the back four. Because as a back four, you slide over when the ball's on one side, so the space is always on the opposite side.
Austrian possession being booed by the Polish fans at the moment. Goalkeeper Pence with a left-footed ball up the middle of the field to Lima. Lima gives it straight back to his goalkeeper, who's in a sort of light purple, sort of lavender goalkeeping kit away to our right-hand side. Free kick, won by Austria on the right. They wanted to go quickly. The referee's not happy with where that was taken from, so he pulls them back. Seifeld, quick 1-2 from the free kick. Left-footed pass from him, a little bit of space for Baumgartner. Runners ahead of him, but he puts everything into a right-footed ball, which he clumps across field to Mvena. Mvena chests it down, plays back into his own half to Lienhardt. Lienhardt across to Trauner. Trauner forward to Seifeld. Seifeld to Mvena. And not enough on that pass from Mvena to find Sabitzer. And so Frankowski was able to come racing in for Poland, get a foot on it, and knock it out for a throw-in to Austria. Should be some game tonight in Leipzig as well, in this group. Netherlands against France. Full commentary, 8 o'clock, UK time, kick-off. Mickey Sparks and Dion Dublin, our team on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Piontek chasing hard, ball down the right-hand side. Pence is there, the Austrian keeper. Clatters it forward with his left foot, over the head of Sabitzer. Sabitzer turns and chases. Poland knocked the ball out of play. Again, an unforced error, you'd say, in tennis, throw-in for Austria.
Been a lot of misplaced passes, hasn't there, from Poland?
Yeah.
A lot of misplaced passes, but to be fair, I'll give great credit to Austria for that, because the way they press, when you're on the pitch and a team's pressing you at 100 miles an hour like that, it's so hard when you're trying to play one touch round the corner, and they've lost quite a lot of balls like that, Poland.
Grilic to his right-hand side, midway inside the Polish half, gets it back from Trauner. Grilic misplaces his pass this time, Schlich is there and slides it forward to Piotrowski. Piotrowski travels with the ball up to the halfway line. Zalewski, the young Roma wing-back, ball in field. And Vena was really brave, threw himself into a diving header and was caught as he did so. And Austria get the free kick. It's the Polish player who's actually come off worse in the challenge, even though he committed the foul. That's Frankowski.
Yeah, brilliant defending from Mvena. He's close enough to intercept the ball, isn't he? Where he is, he's close enough to go and intercept it. His positioning's brilliant for a fullback at this moment in time, and he's linking up really well with Sabitzer, but it's a great bit of defending that.
Poland 1, Austria 1. If you like your stats, Poland in their European Championship history have drawn their second group game at their 4 previous Euros. One of those against Austria, one against Russia, one against Germany, one against Spain. Could happen for the 5th time in a row today. What that means, I can't tell you, but one of those things that some of our listeners may enjoy. 8 minutes left in the first half. 1-1. Lienhardt, the Austrian centre-back, calmly passes back to his goalkeeper, Pence. Another interesting choice by Ralf Rangnick ahead of the tournament, Patrick Pence, who didn't play a single minute in qualifying. He's a Bayer Leverkusen keeper, on loan to Brøndby in Denmark last season, has got the nod for this tournament. Here he is on his left foot, playing out to the right. Pass was nearly cut out, but it does find its target in the end. Seifert will chase the ball down the right-hand side. Intercepted. Here's Zalewski. Passes infield, and Poland able to bring it forward. Up they go to the big man Buxa. Buxa is knocked over by Trauner. Doesn't get the decision. Suddenly it's 3-on-3 for Austria. Baumgartner tearing towards the edge of the Polish box, lays it to his left. Sabitzer onto the right foot, hits the shot well, but Poland had enough players in the way to block it. The ball doesn't go out of play, and here's Mvena. Mvena to Grilic, 25 yards out in the inside left channel. Back to Mvena, right-footed pass from him, finds Lienhardt towards Seifert. Austria in the red shirts, black shorts, red socks, being chased by those in white, and Mvena again plays back into his own half. Conor Cody, what about the chance for Sabitzer?
Ali, I think he went the wrong way. I think you've got to know your place. Sabitzer's got to come in on his right foot to score, otherwise he's taking it on his left. Arnautovic is on the other side. I think he just had a little bit more space, and I think if he kept running and just looked to his right, he was in.
Here's Baumgartner. Is he going to get it right this time? No, he's played it in behind Arnautovic, who's getting a little frustrated, chasing that ball and trying to win it back. I wonder whether Arnautovic might have let him know.
You'd like to think so, but just with his eyes, Ali, just with his eyes.
Just with his attitude. Here's Mvena. Corner of the Polish penalty area. Back it comes to Seifert. Austria in control at the moment. This game is really toed and froed in the first half. That pass beyond Seifert. Mvena's alert, keeps it in play, but he's lost it. Piontek back to Frankowski, knocks it into the legs of Seifert, and out it goes for a throw-in to Poland.
Again, no, it's that transition, isn't it? From Austria, they transition really well. They win the ball, and the first thought is to play forward. It was a 3-on-2. He should have done better. Baumgartner there, if you just look, he can and then Sabitzer's got to come in on his right foot because the ball's stuck under his feet.
Yeah. Throwing down the right-hand side, Piontek, 2 Austrian defenders for company. Can't believe that Poland haven't been given the throw. Makes that point to the assistant referee. Refereeing team sort of in gold colours this evening. Gold shirts, black shorts, golden socks. Trauner for Austria inside his own half. Incessant noise inside this giant stadium. Arnautovic holds the ball up, wins the free kick, takes the free kick quickly. Lima doesn't have the pace to get past Zalewski. No, but Szleziu stayed with him, did well for Poland there, gets back and clears it for an Austrian throw, which they wait to take on the right-hand side. 5 minutes remaining in the first half here in Berlin. 3 Austrian fans dressed up as Father Christmas. Sticky night, that's going to be hot, I think, under the big white beards and the red and white hats. Throw into Seifert. Seifert's cross into the penalty area, headed away. Grilic can't get there, runs to Lienhardt. Lienhardt lobs the ball to his right. He's overhit it. Throw in Poland.
What I've noticed there, you know, every time Austria get a throw in the final third, the 2 centre-backs go up and the throw-in gets played short. But that's how the goal came. So we look at the goal, it came and the 2 centre-backs go up for every throw-in that's in the final third.
Poland 1, Austria 1. Crucial game in Group D. Both of these 2 nations, I think, will have targeted it as one that they had to win even ahead of the tournament, even before they lost those opening games. Poland against the Netherlands, Austria against France. Seifeld's ball to Sabitzer. Sabitzer, long way out, right-footed shot. Szczesny's got it covered. He dived to his right, but he pulled his arms out of the way because he didn't want to touch it and knock it behind for a corner.
Yeah, well worth an effort from Sabitzer. I think he can hit them from that sort of range. He's a good striker of the ball, but isn't it great just seeing teams come to the Euros and have ways of playing, philosophies of playing? We've seen it, I think I've seen it. We've seen it with Denmark yesterday against England. We've got Switzerland, they play with a 3 at the back. We're looking at these 2 teams. There's some fantastic teams at this competition.
Yeah, and England actually, Conor, that actually is a point, is that they're trying to almost refine their way. I mean, I was listening to the discussion with all of you last night. They're not looking as settled as some of those teams you're talking about.
Yeah, and a lot of these teams have been playing this way for a long, long time. We played against Austria before the last Euros in a warm-up game, and they were very, very similar. Played in the game, we won 1-0, but on the front foot and aggressive.
Like they are now. Baumgartner's just slightly overrun it. A couple of heavy challenges on him. He kept going though, and Poland have the ball on the right inside their own half. Zielinski just tries to glance it forward, and Vena's there to block, and it goes out for a throw-in to Poland on the right. Possession in the game, says the computer screen away to my right, 63% Austria, 37% Poland. 1-1, that's the stat that matters.
It is, Ali, and you know what? You know when you're playing a back five, I don't think it matters too much about possession. I don't think teams worry too much about possession. Counter-attack comes into it, and having them opportunities to go forward, like you said, staying in the game, and they score from a set piece.
Ball through the middle for Poland, which the goalscorer Piontek chases. Good keeping though from Pence, quickly off his line, clears from the edge of his penalty area. 2 minutes left in the first half. Poland 1, Austria 1. Throw in taken. Poland possession just inside the Austrian half. Schliž involved in a little 1-2. Back it comes to Bednarek. Frankowski is wide on the right. Into midfield it comes to Piotrowski. Schliž beaten to the ball there. Austria win it. Attacking from deep here. Sabitzer, great run made forward by Grilic in the inside left channel. Turns, almost knocked off his feet. Keeps the ball for Austria. The move has lost a little momentum, and then Sabitzer makes a run. And Grilic couldn't find him with the pass. Arnautovic back to try and hassle and harry and win it back for Austria. Almost did that. Davidovic to Kivior. Wide to Zalewski. Zalewski back into his own penalty area. Coolness from Kivior there. Little drag back and clearance with his left foot. Piotrowski tackled. Zalewski's here again. And Poland decide it's time to come back to Szczesny. Awkward ball for him, that sort of coming across his body. Slices it away with his right foot. Does work out though, because Piontek is able to get to the spinning ball, and you can hear the excitement from the Polish fans building as Zielinski gets the ball at his feet. Little dart forward, rolls the pass infield, edge of the penalty area. Schliž, Austrian player down. Schliž is down. What's the referee going to decide here? Austrian player went down off the ball. That was Grilic. Schliž went down on the edge of the box. I think that's I think he's given a Poland free kick in a really good shooting position at the end of the first half, Connor.
I'll tell you what, it was a good job he gave Poland the free kick, if he has, because Austria are on the break again. Like I said, that transition where they're on the way, it's just a little fingertip, isn't it? To the nose or to the eyes, I think that's what it is, and he just catches him just there in his face, and don't get me wrong, I think he makes the most of it with a finger to the eye, if I'm being honest.
Yes. Yeah, it was a stray arm that's just flicked him in the eye. And Austria will not be best pleased if this ends up in the back of the net. Austria have looked the more threatening team for the most part, but it is 1-1. And Poland have this shooting opportunity, 1 minute of added time at the end of the first half. Could be Zalewski, could be Frankowski. No, that wasn't Frankowski. Might be Zielinski. Yeah, Zielinski with the right foot. He's the one I'd fancy, actually. Either of the Zs, Zalewski or Zielinski. Either way, Patrick Pence has got to be on his toes. Big moment at the end of the first half. Zielinski with his right foot. Pence throws himself to his left, makes the save. Strong left hand, goes behind for a corner.
Good save, good free kick. It was a great effort, and like you said, Austria would have been fuming if they conceded from that, but it's still on. He scored from a set piece before, second phase, and there's a big opportunity here just before half time.
Closing seconds of the first half in Berlin, the Olympia Stadion. Poland 1, Austria 1. Zielinski will take the corner with his right foot, an away swinger, headed up in the air. You could almost hear the call there of Patrick Pence as he shouted mine, grabs the ball, and I think the referee has blown the half-time whistle. He has. He points towards us, towards the dressing rooms. Really entertaining first half. Austria, Connor, came flying out of the blocks, got the lead with a fabulous header from the centre-back, Gernot Trauner. But Krzysztof Piontek, with a bit of opportunist finishing after an initial effort was blocked inside the Austrian box, has us at 1-1.
Oh, it's been a brilliant half, Al. Absolute brilliant half, and kind of sums up the competition up to now, really. Just a brilliant game of football, like you said. Austria came out the blocks absolutely fine. I thought they were outstanding in the first 15, 20, 25 minutes. But then Poland just settled, and we mentioned it, didn't we? Just about settling into the game, settling into the formation, being on the front foot a little, and staying in the game. And then, as you see, they scored from a second phase on a set piece.
A draw at the end of this, not a disaster for either team, but difficult final games for them. So if you got a point today, won the last one, you could get yourself to 4. Then we can get in the conversation about best placed third teams. But really, both teams desperate to win it. You can feel that inside the stadium. I think we're in for a belter of a second half. Poland 1, Austria 1.
It's just great to watch, Connor, two teams going for it. I mean, it's just, and so many games have been like this tournament.
Oh, Chapper's absolutely brilliant, and I think, like I said to Ali in commentary, I'm just loving watching teams understanding what they're doing, knowing what they're doing. Top football teams, by the way, and what we've got on store today is just two teams playing a completely different way, trying to win the game, going after the game, and it's been a brilliant half of football.
The first, well, as you say, sort of 20-25 minutes, Poland couldn't get out.
No, they couldn't. Austria started off, and you know what? It started from the kick-off. Me and Ali seen the kick-off, and you can tell it's something they've worked on in training. You roll the ball, and all of a sudden they're playing in Poland's half. And we was actually speaking this morning in the van when we were travelling from the airport, and we said about kind of an old school way of thinking, and I'm playing in an opposition's half, and I'm thinking about them sorts of sayings, and that's certainly what Austria did at the start of the game.
Well, during yesterday's England coverage, you called me a dinosaur, so I thought I'd live up to it at breakfast by saying how much I was enjoying the massive hoof from kickoffs, and you actually agreed with me.
I didn't again. Are you trying to stitch me up live on the radio?
Absolutely. Play the ball back to the centre half and hoofing it from the kickoff. And they're both good goals as well, aren't they? I mean, the Austrian header was fantastic. Brilliant goal, and I made the point of saying it's a bit strange really, from every time Austria have a throw-in the final third, even though they play short, the centre-backs come up as if they're expecting a cross, and they've obviously scored off that, but again, Poland playing the way they play, they hang on in there, they stay in the game, and they score off a second phase set piece, and that's how important they can be, so it's set up for a brilliant second half for us here. It really is. Back with Ali and Connor for that 1-1 at the break earlier. Ukraine came from a goal down to beat Slovakia 2-1, and still to come this evening on 5 Live, and it's also on BBC One, the other game in this group between the Netherlands and France. We'll talk more about that game with Dion Dublin during half-time. We'll go around the live sport, which includes the cricket and the tennis, but first of all on 5 Live, 9 minutes to 6, here's Nick Hatfield.
The voice of the UK.
And the home of the Euros and the general election 2024.
This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Thank you, Mark. Good evening. The Police Commissioner for Northamptonshire has called for tougher vetting procedures after the county's chief constable was sacked for lying about his career in the Navy. A misconduct hearing found that Nick Adderley falsely implied he fought in the Falklands War, even though he was only 15 at the time. Tom Herring is from an association which represents Falklands veterans.
It's going to hurt, but they like to see justice done, and it may be a lesson elsewhere. It may bring along something that's perhaps long overdue in the fact that it will be illegal if you did something like that. It certainly is in some countries.
Labour has accused Rishi Sunak of a total lack of leadership for not suspending 2 Conservative candidates over allegations of illegal betting. The Gambling Commission is looking into alleged bets over the timing of the general election. Mr Sunak has promised firm action if the candidates broke the rules. A public schoolboy has been found guilty of the attempted murder of 2 students and a teacher at a school in Devon. The boy, who's 17, attacked them with hammers at Blundell School in Tiverton. A former head of the Federation representing sub-postmasters has told the Post Office inquiry that the Horizon IT system only generated a tiny fraction of errors over many decades. George Thompson denied lacking sympathy for the hundreds of people wrongfully convicted of fraud because of faults with the software. Our business correspondent Mark Ashdown reports.
In one of the most astonishing mornings of testimony this inquiry has seen, George Thompson came out fighting. The Horizon IT system, he claimed, was systemically robust. The Post Office, stupidity on steroids over its handling of the scandal. Victims of the scandal said that for many years the Federation had failed them. One said this testimony added insult to injury. Another, that it was like maintaining the moon is made of cheese.
And workers at Tata Steel are to go on strike indefinitely in protest at the company's plans to close blast furnaces at Port Talbot. With the loss of thousands of jobs, the Unite Union says around 1,500 of its members will walk out from the 8th of July. That's the news. Let's get the travel now with Janine Marsh.
Thanks, Nick. So problems on the Prince of Wales Bridge on the M4. It's closed on the westbound side, and that's following an accident that happened around about 4:30 and a spillage between junction 21 and the M48. Lots of queues on all surrounding routes at the moment. Avoid that if you can. The M40 northbound, that's partially blocked for an accident just before you get to junction 9 at Bicester. And the M25 anti-clockwise, you can't get onto the motorway at the moment. The entry slip road is currently blocked at junction 7. That's the M23 junction. It's causing congestion to just after junction 9 at Leatherhead. And the Swifties are out in force. Taylor Swift is playing tonight at Wembley Stadium, so expect delays on the North Circular and, of course, in the stations at Wembley Park and at Wembley Central. Janine Marsh, 5 Live Travel.
BBC Radio 5 Live, the home of Formula One.
Max Verstappen survives the chaos of Montreal weather to claim his 6th victory of the season. 9 races down, Formula One heads next to Barcelona. But one thing's for certain, Verstappen and Red Bull have a fight on their hands.
The Circuit. Circuit de Catalunya. This Sunday from 2.
Other teams are catching up as well. We need to try and be perfect.
Listen to live coverage of every lap
On 5 Live
and BBC Sounds.
Euro 2024 with Mark Chapman
on 5 Live and BBC Sounds.
Poland 1, Austria 1 at the break. Second half on the way. Kieran Tierney is out of the Euros for Scotland with the hamstring injury that forced him off against Switzerland, and has said that heartbroken doesn't cut it. Meanwhile, Wales have sacked Rob Page after 3.5 years in charge. At the Spanish Grand Prix second practice, Lewis Hamilton was fastest in his Mercedes. McLaren's Lando Norris quickest in the first session today. The big Grade 1 winners at Royal Ascot today saw Inisherin win the Commonwealth Cup and Porter Fortuna take the Coronation Stakes. Coverage continues with John Hunt tomorrow. Andy Murray is having a procedure on his back tomorrow as he battles for fitness ahead of Wimbledon and the Olympics. Wimbledon starts a week on Monday. He pulled out at Queen's earlier this week. And at Queen's right now, Russell Fuller watching Jack Draper.
Last British man standing after Billy Harris, the wild card, was beaten by Lorenzo Musetti, and this has been a real scrap against Tommy Paul. It's one thing beating Carlos Alcaraz, but Tommy Paul is the 5th seed and the world number 13. 1 set all after Draper won the second set 7-5 with a break to love in the final game of the set. But with nothing between them until a moment ago, Draper has just been broken to love, ended with a double fault, so it's Tommy Paul with the break in the decider and leading this set by 4-3.
Let's find out how England's run chase is going against South Africa. Eleanor Oldroyd.
164 is the target in St Lucia, and England are 48 for 2 coming towards the end of the 8th over. And it's fascinating, this, because a lot of talk about how good the batting surface is in St Lucia. England chasing well over 180 to beat West Indies quite comfortably the other evening, but this is proving a much trickier pitch by the look of it. Looks like a new strip that they've moved on to for this game, and they have lost Phil Salt, caught brilliantly by Hendricks for 11, and then Johnny Bairstow, also a brilliant catch off Norkia from Maharaj for 16. So England need a big score, like South Africa managed to pull out with de Kock and Miller both getting decent scores in their innings. From Butler or Moeen, you would have thought, but they have got plenty of batting to come, of course. They're 50 for 2 after 8 overs, and they're chasing 164 to win.
I suppose, Ellie, as long as Butler is there and the others play around him, and then he's still there for the last 5 or 6 overs and then can put his foot down, they'll be all right, won't they?
Well, I think that's the hope, isn't it? That you want to have a batter who is there at the end, and that's very much what Phil Salt did the other day. You know, started fast and kept going all the way through that West Indies innings. But, you know, England have got good batters most of the way down the order. Although looking at it, you've got Harry Brook, Liam Livingstone, Sam Curran still to come. Jofra Archer can hit the ball. Adil Rashid can as well. They'll be hoping that they don't have to bat that far down, that one of these two, or certainly one of the next 2 after these 2, can get them close to that target, because 164 did not seem like a tricky target when they started. But you know what Jeffrey used to say, you don't know what kind of a pitch it is until both sides are batted.
It's that famous T20 slogger.
Yes, absolutely. He understood everything there was about the nuances of T20 cricket.
Ellie, thank you very much. Sports Extra. If you want to listen to that later on this evening here on 5 Live, Netherlands against France, Dion Dublin in Leipzig for us ahead of this game. Excited about this one, surely?
Yes, it's just going to be amazing. Outside as well, Chappers, is bouncing. The stadium's starting to fill up as well. Orange to the right, and then the red, white and blue to the left of us. It's getting exciting now.
The Dutch could cause the French some problems, couldn't they?
Agreed.
You know, watching them how they played against Poland the other afternoon, they could cause them some issues.
Yeah, the only problem they have for me is that they did allow Poland a few chances in that game. So just being a little bit, and I on paper they probably have the best defence with Ake and Van Dijk and the players that play fullback as well, De Vries as well. I just believe if they can tighten up at the back, they will cause people problems. They will always get chances because they've got so much pace and they've got so much quality in their side. But they are playing against France, unfortunately for them.
Well, as you say, defensively, that is their real strength. They've got enough centre halves to fill about 3 teams, haven't they? They might want to play most of them against Mbappe. I don't know. Yeah. Well, listen, if it's like it was against Poland, they'll win the game because they created a lot of chances. Stop giving the chances away, because if they do that tonight, then France will inevitably score. They'll hit the target. They'll probably win the game. But I think it's quite evenly balanced, this one, chappers. France were okay, weren't they, in their first game? I mean, it's always a little bit difficult to tell, I suppose, till you've seen them a couple of times, because, if you were to criticise France, that takes something away from the way Austria played in that second half. Yeah, got to give Austria a lot of credit, because I think they played really well. Energy was good, but when you've got, Griezmann and Dembele and Rabiot and, Kante he seems like he's getting younger, and he's still covering the ground, and I don't know, he just dictates that play. He just goes under the radar. We know him so well in the UK, and he does his job, and he doesn't want any plaudits for it. But that's the backbone that I don't know, Mbappe needs and Dembele needs to go and play their football. And Kante hadn't played for 2 years for the French until coming back in. It doesn't need to. Well, do you know what? I was going to ask this, and maybe this is an overreaction just to one performance. Yeah. But there are certain golfers, for example, who went to live. I know there was the money and everything, but Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau actually didn't want to play as much golf on the PGA Tour. They didn't want that intensity. They'd had injury problems, and they wanted to look. I know the millions of dollars helped as well, but they wanted to rein it in. And I wonder whether Kante has arrived a bit fresher here if he isn't playing at the pace that he was playing here. Yeah, and that's a good point. It's a good point, because he might have a lot of, he's not got many miles in his legs, so to speak. So the tread on the tyres is nice and thick, and it's nice and safe, and that's what he is. He's nice and sharp. I think what it is now with the French side, they kind of look to him just to stay there. They don't want him getting forward too much. Just stay there, do that forwards, let the other 4 or 5 players do what they've got to do, and there's so much quality going forward as well. I mean, Saliba and Upamecano were outstanding again in that game. Brilliant pairing that is, by the way. Are you starting to get the tournament voice? A lot of travelling, a lot of late nights. I mean, mainly travelling, Dion, obviously. Yeah, but, travelling and work, chappers. Travelling and work. A lot of talking, interviews. Helping you out on the odd occasion. By the way, who won the what was it? The coral? Who won the coral? Yeah, coral stakes. I tell you what, I think the script I was reading, the type was very small, very small. Down. It was upside down. Thanks, Dion. Very kind of you. See you soon. Dion Dublin in Leipzig. He'll be alongside Vicky Sparks and Kelly for the Netherlands against France. Let's go back to the stadium in Berlin. Poland just waiting in the tunnel to come back out. The Austrian players just walking out as well. I can see Robert Lewandowski warming up. Do you think, Connor, bearing in mind that we're at that stage, you want 4 points minimum if you're going to stand a chance of getting through? Do you think there'll come a point in this where maybe both sides will stop going all at it and think, actually, maybe we do take a point and then try and win the final game? Or, because obviously they have either the Dutch or the French to play in the final game, they both still have to try and win it all the way through to the 95th minute?
No, I completely agree with you, chappers, and I do think that will come into the thinking if it stays like this, getting into the 75th, 80, 85 minutes, because then you've got to get to a point where you can't lose and you put it all on the last game, because I know they're playing them 2 teams, but they can still beat them. We're looking at 2 good teams here. We're looking at Poland, Austria going for the game, but I do think the start of the second half, I expect Austria to come out fast, and I expect Poland to come out and have a go as well, so I'm hoping it's going to be a great second half for us.
Oh, England have lost another wicket, Ellie.
Yes, Joss Butler is the man out as well. We said we needed a big score from him, or the England cricket fans did, but a slog sweep, caught in the deep. The England captain just tried to push it along a bit, out for 17. 58 for 3 England in the 10th over, chasing 164 and not pressing the panic button yet, but that required run rate is creeping up all the time.
And just to reiterate, Porter Fortuna won the Coronation Stakes. I can hear you giggling, Ali. It's all yours.
Yeah, no, I know the feeling, Mark. I've been there plenty of times during this tournament as well. Certainly with some of the surnames we've got to deal with here. A couple of changes as well, actually, at half-time. Poland 1, Austria 1. Patrick Wimmer of Wolfsburg, I nearly went Wolfsburg, Wimmer of Wolfsburg, is on for Florian Grilic. And Poland have brought Jakub Moder on, and he is on for fellow Jakub Piotrowski in the centre of the Poland midfield. Now, Austria came up with a quick, clever kick-off at the start of the game. They were hoping that they were going to catch Poland out. They were hoping that Poland would be beim Schlafen erwischt, which is the phrase in the 5 Live Deutsche Wörterbuch, the feature that is running through 5 Live Breakfast and on the 5 Live Football Daily on the BBC Sounds app, Football Daily podcast. So Rick Edwards will give you a different German phrase, football related, every single day. You'll get your answer to what it means in the Football Daily podcast. Beim Schlafen erwischt is the phrase today. So have a guess at that one if you can. We are back underway. Gernot Trauner, the centre-back for Austria, rolls it forward to Wimmer. Wimmer's got a sort of Sabitzer musketeer look about him as well. Long hair, but it's tied up tight. Little sort of top knot and dangles down onto the shoulders of his red shirt. Zielinski teasing again, little step over on the left flank for Poland. Seifert is not falling for that one. He plays the ball back here to Stefan Posch. Austria in a tight spot here. Cleared away by Seifert. Clever little stooping flick header by Arnautovic. And suddenly Lima is on the move. Good ball from him, and Sabitzer with the arms pumping is chasing this ball away to the left-hand side. Minute gone in the second half. Sabitzer on it. Cross comes in, looking for Baumgartner. It's behind Baumgartner. It's beyond Baumgartner. And it's a throw-in for Poland in the left-back position.
Yeah, good play from Austria. Great play from Arnautovic. And that's what Poland lacked a little bit in the first half with Buksa, just holding the ball up, just bringing players into play and giving Austria the chance to get in behind. And it was good play. It was a poor cross from Sabitzer, but good play from Austria.
Conor Cody with us here in Berlin. Both Conor and I inside this stadium for the first time have been absolutely blown away by it. Conor was reminding me that England won here 2016, 2-0 down. You told me, Conor, they won it 3-2. I mean, yeah, I know it was only a friendly, but still, that must have been some game.
Oh, it was brilliant. My mate Jamie Vardy scored as well. I give him a shout. At Leicester, he scored in the game. But no, it's always nice to beat Germany here, isn't it?
Yeah, 3-2. They won. Eric Dyer with the 91st minute winner. Let's hope Jamie Vardy is listening to us on 5 Live and Sounds this summer. He really should be. Particularly with Conor on co-coms today. Jakub Kiwior plays back to Davidovic. Szczesny very casually side-foots a ball into the Polish midfield. Lovely clear evening now. It's cooled a bit in Berlin as well. Grey skies when we arrived a few hours ago. And plenty of rainfall as well, but perfect for a second half of such a tight game here in Group D. Netherlands-France, full commentary on the way with Vicky Sparks and Dion Dublin, 8 o'clock kickoff UK time. I'll remind you of the two-team lineups again in just a second. You might just have heard the bellowing voice of Michal Probierz, the Polish coach there, as Austria come forward. Arnautovic again using his body just to hold the ball up. Davidovic knocks him over. Arnautovic throws an arm up in frustration, but Austria still have the ball with Posch on the right-hand side. Plays back here to Nicholas Seifert, the RB Leipzig midfielder. Wide to Posch. Posch is tackled by Piontek. Throw in for Austria on the right. 3 minutes gone, second half.
He's done that well, Arnautovic all night. I think just holding the ball up, bringing players into play. He wanted a foul there, but just bringing players into play and letting Austria get up the pitch, I think, is vital for them.
He's made a good little run for the Austria throw here. Arnautovic is the Austrian captain tonight. Good skills as well. Rolls a pass into the edge of the box. Wimmer lays it back here to Posch. Lima quickly shifts it across to the left-hand side. And Wejna in the middle of the Poland half. Slight little left back for Austria, but has featured in a lot of the attacking moves down the left-hand side. Lienhardt to Baumgartner. Baumgartner turns it round the corner, looking for the return pass. doesn't quite get there from Sabitzer. It goes out for an Austrian throw. Poland 1, Austria 1. Sabitzer driving forward with the ball at his feet, reaches the corner of the area, turns, lays it back to Bayern Munich's Leimer. Across it comes to Posch, tees himself up, hits the right-footed shot, and that is blocked, and it spins away for an Austrian throw on the right.
They're very good down the left, Austria, aren't they? I think we've seen the link-up between Sabitzer and Mvene all afternoon. I think the way they both play, Mvene gets forward, gets balls into the box. Sabitzer likes coming inside a little bit, but that opens up that channel for Mvene to get round him. They play really, really well together.
Throw in Austria. Level with the Polish penalty spot, taken by the right-back Stefan Posch. Arnautovic has time to turn here and pick a pass. Plays back to Leimer. Leimer points to Posch to tell him where to play it. Posch took his eye off the ball. He's tackled, and the last touch actually came off him and goes out for a Polish throw. Wojciech Szczesny in goal for Poland. Jan Bednarek, Paweł Dawidowicz, Jakub Kiwior, the three centre-backs. Jakub Moder has now come into central midfield alongside Bartosz Szliż. Frankowski and Zalewski, the two wing-backs, and Zielinski of Napoli playing off Buksa and Piontek, the two strikers. Chip ball over the top for Arnautovic to chase. Miscommunication. Dawidovic put a foot in. Szczesny was coming for that. Poland have got it away, and Szczesny's got himself back in position. Austria still attack with Mvene. Ball into central midfield to Leimer, who pops up all over the place for Austria. Posch now wide to Wimmer. Wimmer, clever little movement, darted in, now goes out. Cross is blocked and wins a corner for Austria. Quickly to the Queen's Club, Russell Fuller.
Entertaining match.
Jack Draper beat Carlos Alcaraz, but he couldn't beat Tommy Paul. The 5th seed in the world, number 13, has ended Draper's unbeaten run on the grass, winning the deciding set by 6 games to 4.
Timed it perfectly, Russell. Thank you. Corner for Austria. Poland 1, Austria 1. Polish fans behind this goal away to our right-hand side. You can hear the whistles and cheers. Wimmer's delivery, and the header is saved by Szczesny. Not enough power on it from Posch, and it was an easy claim for the Polish keeper. Another wicket's gone down in St Lucia. England against South Africa. Early Oldroyd.
And 61 for 4 now in the 11th over. 164 is the target, and another man caught. Moeen Ali out for 9. They just keep trying to force the pace, and it's not working. Excellent bowling by South Africa. 61 for 4 England in the 11th.
Commentary continues over on Radio 5 Sports Extra. Poland attacking with pace down the right-hand side. Piontek, little drag ball, finds Piontek, edge of the area, leans back, balloons it over the bar, and that is a goal kick for Austria. And Connor, you were plaintively pointing there to Piontek where to play the pass.
Yeah, again, it's the wing-backs being open and being available for obviously the midfield boys and the strikers all the time, and he was in a lovely position. If he just opened his body, he was in.
Austria have given the ball away, so Poland have it inside right channel. Chip ball forward from Brighton's Jakub Moder, who's on as a second-half sub, but that goes to no one in particular and spins behind for the goal kick to Austria. They've got Patrick Pence in goal. Posch, Trauner, Lienhardt and Wehner as the back four. Seifeld, and it was Grulich, but he's now been replaced by Wimmer. Sabitzer, Baumgartner, Leimer and Arnautovic complete the Austrian lineup. And again, the colours inside this giant stadium just look like a giant either Austrian or Polish flag. It is just red and white everywhere you look. 70,000 people. The running track that is normally here, all covered in dark blue on the outsides of the pitch as Poland come forward. Little trick from Zielinski, might have been shoved over, right on the edge of the box. Referee's not interested, and here come Austria on the break. Baumgartner, little flick from him, getting away from Szliż. Szliż has to drag him back. Going to pick up the yellow card for that. It'll be interesting to go back and have a look at the challenge on Zielinski, but for now Austria have a free kick.
Yeah, and again, transition. They're quick on transition, they play the ball forward, they're attacking the goal. It's like it's an opportunity to score from Austria. As soon as they win the ball back, they think they can go and score the goal, and great play. But I actually thought it was a foul near the box. I don't know, we'll watch it back here, Ali, and oh no, he just stands on the ball. It's a great tackle. Brilliant tackle, and again, pass the ball forward, and they're on the break. It's good play from Austria again.
Yeah, he was in danger of committing the foul there, but the challenge was just on the ball, and then a tiny touch of man as well. So the referee, well played, spotted that. Umut Meyler, our Turkish referee, heard a couple of peeps on his whistle there. He's saying to the players, no holding, and then he obviously turns his back and everyone starts wrestling with each other, as is always the way of professional football. Free kick from Austria, that's overhit, and Szczesny can let it go behind for the goal kick. Poland 1, Austria 1.
It's interesting, Ali, with them free kicks. Sabitzer takes them both sides. So in the chance in the first half, it's an outswinger, and from the left-hand side, it's an in-swinger. And I always think they're tough, mate. From quite central when you're doing an in-swinger, they always tend to run out of play like they've just done there. I think it's a tough free kick to try and score from.
Poland take the goal kick short. Szczesny moves to the right, clears with his right foot up towards Piontek. Couldn't hold it up. This might work out for Austria here. Sabitzer into the penalty area, left-footed drive, great block. Sliding challenge to block the shot, I think, by Bednarek.
Brilliant defending from Bednarek. As you look, he just blocks the goal. He gets himself in a position between the ball and the goal, and it's brilliant defending. He slows himself down. He understands when Sabitzer's about to have the shot, and he just throws himself in front of it.
Marcel Sabitzer has had a few sights of goal in this game so far. Shots blocked. Still Poland 1, Austria 1. Stefan Posch running a long way across the Polish half. Now lays the ball back to Lima, who's a little bit deeper here for Austria since Grealish has gone off. Playing in that midfield two alongside Seifert. Wide it goes to Mvena. Mvena with the ball at his feet, just teasing Frankowski here. Plays it back to Lima. Back it goes to Sabitzer on the left-hand side. Spots an opportunity. Defender slips. Sabitzer twists and turns again. Deep cross into the box. Almost attacked and headed towards goal, but nodded away by Poland. And Buksa, the centre forward, gets back, wins a good header. And the Poland fans roar their approval. Zalewski, great skills, gets past Zajwalt. Wimmer comes chasing back, hacks at Zalewski, he goes down, and Wimmer gets booked.
Brilliant play from Zalewski, taking his team up the pitch, relieving the pressure from the Austrian attack. I just think it's brilliant play. Can I just say as well, the referees have been brilliant this tournament. They've been absolutely brilliant. He could have given a foul there, the referee, and he's let it play, and now Poland have a dangerous free kick in the opposition final third.
So two players in the book, Patrick Wimmer and Bartosz Szliż. Yeah, I'm saying Pat Nevin was making the point, actually, Connor, in a Scotland commentary we were doing the other day as well, that VAR seems to have worked well in this tournament as well. It seems slightly less intrusive, and I know sometimes some decisions are going to take a lot of time to get to, but they seem to be, touch wood, managing that fairly well so far. It doesn't seem to have interrupted the game quite as much as it has been in the Premier League.
Oh, I felt like in every major tournament, the ones I've been to, I think the referees have been brilliant here.
Free kick for Poland into the penalty area, deflected header on Arnautovic. Lovely clean hit on the left foot volley to clear it. Good turn on the halfway line by Sabitzer. Wimmer, crunching challenge on him, loses the ball. Szczesny has it at his feet for Poland. So much to play for in this game. Poland lost 2-1 to Netherlands in their opening game, and Austria lost 1-0 to France. 3 points could be everything for these two teams going into the final group games. Poland will face France on Tuesday in Dortmund, 5 o'clock kickoff UK time. And Austria will face the Netherlands, and there is a foul on the edge of the Austrian penalty area. Moda wins it for Poland, and this is in a good attacking position, and look who, Conor Cody, is getting ready for the Poles.
I'll tell you what, if you're a Polish fan and you see Robert Lewandowski getting ready on 57 minutes, it's an incredible feeling, isn't it, in this game? So what a player to bring on. But again, can I just say about the Poland play, from one side of the pitch to the other, we've mentioned about a back five and how they play, but to spread the ball, they do it really well when they've got controlled possession. They do it really, really well.
Trauner's down hurt for Austria. It will be just the 151st cap, Connor, for Lewandowski, and just the 82 goals he's got.
Well, to be fair, Al, we said before the game we wanted to get the caps and the goals up, didn't we, so we could have a little look and just to see where people are. 151 caps for your country is absolutely remarkable.
But the point you made as well, actually, replacement strikers in this tournament so far, Piontek, who scored the goal today, 30th cap today, 12 goals. That's a decent return.
It's a brilliant return at international level, especially playing at this level. It's a real tough level to play at, and it's brilliant to know that when Lewandowski's not fit, you've got players who can come in and do it and make a difference.
Right, you know what that noise is? That is thousands and thousands of Polish fans seeing Robert Lewandowski marching out to the edge of the pitch. Poland are going to make a double change, attacking change as well, because Karol Swiderski is coming onto the field, who plays his club football for Charlotte FC in the USA. Kevin Danzo is going to come on for Austria. So Danzo on for Trauner. That is injury related. Trauner down hurt. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to continue. He's the one coming off, yes. Danzo will come on. Lens player who once had a season at Southampton under Ralph Hasenhüttl. Number 4 on his back. When we get back underway, are Poland going to make the changes now, before the free kick. I tell you what, Zielinski is really lining this one up as well. Perfect position for the right footer in the inside left channel. But yes, the referee stands in front of the ball, so the two changes are going to be made. So first of all, for Poland, Adam Butza is cheered off by the Polish fans. Lewandowski, casual as you like, hands on hips, just bouncing side to side. Final stretches before he makes his first appearance here at Euro 2024. His 6th major tournament. He has 7 goals to his name for Poland at major tournaments. Swiderski comes on for Piątek. So it's basically a double change up front. Swiderski and Lewandowski on, and Butza and Piątek, the goal scorer, on.
Oh, I love it, Ali. They're going for it, aren't they? They're having a go here. They're having a good goal to go and win the game. And listen, how brilliant it is to see Lewandowski coming on this pitch and listening to the crowd.
Well, played so much football here in Germany as well for Bayern Munich. 344 goals for them. Zielinski right-footed. Oh, that was well hit, straight into the wall. The wall jumped, and sensibly so. Wimmer blocked it with his chest. Śliż plays it down the right-hand side. Poland with possession. Wide on the right, clever turn and cross into the box. Lewandowski was lurking, look at him, like a panther in the penalty area, in position to hit it if the chance came. Austria knock it behind for the corner.
Oh, what a brilliant cross, what a brilliant cross. That's exactly what Lewandowski wants and needs. Balls into the box like that is where he comes like. That's a brilliant bit of play. Takes it out of his feet and without even looking, puts it into an area for Lewandowski to go and attack.
Corner for Poland. Great game on our hands here. 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Half an hour to play. Poland 1, Austria 1. Corner comes in low, near post. Flick header way off target. And behind it goes for a goal kick. Lots of scribbling to be done by the commentators at this point as all the changes get made and you try and sort of recalibrate and work out what's going on. Although 2 for 2 up top is quite friendly actually from Provier. So thank you very much to the Polish head coach. Poland 1, Austria 1. Good game tonight as well. Netherlands-France in Leipzig, 8 o'clock kickoff, BBC One, commentary on 5 Live and BBC Sounds with Vicky Sparks and Dion Dublin. And if you go via the iPlayer, you can get that 5 Live commentary if you want it alongside the BBC pictures. Lewandowski's in the mood, goes chasing hard as Austria look to play out from the back through Lienhardt. Lienhardt is tackled by Lewandowski, throw in Austria, and Wejner takes it, nodded back to him by Baumgartner. Ball into the Poland half. Sabitz is not happy with that, it's way beyond him, and he throws his arms out as if to say, what on earth is that? And here's Śliż on the turn. He gives the ball away. Seifeld intercepts. Leimer onto it for Austria. Beats a couple of men. Rolls it to Baumgartner. Tries to find his teammate again. Foul on Baumgartner. Free kick Austria. Central position. And I'd say a good 35 yards out. Jakub Moder is booked.
Yeah, silly tackle. I think it's something we mentioned first half, Al, about just giving silly fouls away. Fouls that put you under pressure, fouls that have you running back into your box. And I mentioned before about Sabitzer playing them balls. It'll be interesting if he takes this one again, because the last one, like I said, when it's an in-swinger going towards goal from this position, it tends to run out of play if you put too much kind of pace on it. So it'll be interesting how they go about it, but good play.
Conor Cody with us here in Berlin in the Olympia Stadion. Free kick for Austria. Poland 1, Austria 1. Wimmer wants to get involved in the free kick taking. Who's just sort of Sabitzer looking like a little bit with kind of hairstyle and facially as well. Another change being made by Austria. Thank you very much. They keep on coming. Alexander Prass of Sturm Graz is going to come on at left back in place of Wejner for the last half hour of this game. Ralf Rangnick gives Philipp Wejner a big high five. He was involved a heck of a lot, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. It shocked me a little bit that, because you get joy down that left-hand side to Austria. I know he's yellow carded from the first game as well, so I don't know if it's something just to try and protect him a little bit, but I think he's a fabulous fullback. Really, really do.
17 minutes gone in the second half. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're listening to us on 5 Live and BBC Sounds this afternoon. Poland 1, Austria 1. Wimmer or Sabitzer to take it. Wimmer this time, right-footed delivery, good ball far post on Arnautovic, little knock down into the box. Poland just about get it clear, bodies everywhere, and then the offside flag goes up and it'll be a free kick to Poland. Interesting that Arnautovic didn't lash at that, just tried to roll it back in.
Yeah, and you would expect him to lash at it, wouldn't you, from what we know of him, but really unselfish for him, try and play it across. But that was the free kick we're talking about, just that in-swinger, but he played it lovely, just took the pace off it a little bit, and it was right into Arnautovic pass, but obviously offside.
18 minutes gone, second half, free kick Poland. Where do you stand on kebabs? Conor, are you a fan of kebabs? You're probably not allowed to eat kebabs, actually.
No, can't believe you've asked me that live on
Well,
air,
I'll tell you why I ask. I'll tell you in just a second, because our producer George and I extremely excited about our visit to Berlin. Free kick goes Austria's way. Lewandowski, I think, is going to get booked. Leapt in the air with Lienhardt. Poland fans don't like the fact that their superstar centre-forward is getting booked. Lewandowski's saying, look, I'm jumping, I'm using my arm as leverage. Connor Cody, have a look at this one. Is that a yellow card?
He's just jumping, isn't he? And it's like anything, you raise your arms in the game and referees are always going to give a foul, but I completely understand it. As a centre-back as well, who you've got to go and win headers, when you jump, your arms naturally come up anyway, so he's caught him. It is always going to be a booking, especially playing in competitions like this, but he does catch him, but it is tough as you jump. You've got to raise your arms at some point to get yourself in the air.
So kebab excitement comes from Statman Dave, who loves Berlin, knows Berlin really well. He sent me a massive list of recommendations. The one that caught my eye and George's eye, he claims this place, about 2 miles from our hotel, has the best kebab in the world.
I can imagine Georgie likes it. He's been down about 5 times to the cafe, hasn't he, while we've been on air, to be fair.
Poland 1, Austria 1. Thank you, Dave, for the recommendation. We're going to try it out tonight. If Steve Cooper's listening, by the way, Connor's new boss, Connor will not be eating a kebab. I can absolutely assure you of that. 25 minutes to go. Poland 1, Austria 1. And we're just waiting for the game to sort of... I think after the subs, it has to settle a bit again, doesn't it, Connor? We're just waiting for it to sort of take off again a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes it can disrupt the passing of the game a little bit, and I think you've seen it's just slowed down just a little bit. But I think as soon as Lewandowski come on, I think it gave the Polish players a little bit of a boost, as it did with the supporters as well, because they've just settled again, just into the game. They're a little bit more of the ball and keeping it away from Austria.
Such an important game for each of them to try and win after the opening defeats in this group. Poland playing out, white shirts, white shorts, white socks. They've lost it on the halfway line. So that'll be an Austria throw wide on the left. Just having a little look at this, very early in the day to be looking at this, but the table, you can see this on the BBC Sport website. If you go to the football pages and look at the tables for Euro 2024, at the bottom of the page, you scroll down, you can get to the one for the best third place teams as it stands. So Scotland fans in particular will have interest in that table because they're right in there at the moment. Low ball into the edge of the penalty. Baumgartner! Oh, what a fabulous goal from Christoph Baumgartner! Incisive pass, found him on the edge of the box. Fabulous first touch. He's picked his spot and he's lit up the Olympia Stadion for Austria. Poland 1, Austria 2.
Brilliant, brilliant. What a goal. What a fantastic pass. A lovely, lovely little bit of vision from Arnautovic just to let the ball go. Baumgartner then running in behind, opens his body. Szczesny goes down the wrong way and he plays it in the other. What a fantastic goal, Ali.
I love finishes like that, Connor, because he doesn't smash it, does it? He strokes it, he picks his spot and he passes it into the bottom corner.
Do you know what's brilliant as well? They win the ball over this side, and we've mentioned all afternoon about transition. Again, they go for goal, they win the ball back, the ball goes wide. It's a fantastic pass forward, lovely bit of vision from Arnautovic, and the finish from the edge of the box is absolutely beautiful.
Talking about great goal returns, 40th cap, 16 goals for Christoph Baumgartner, not a striker either.
It's brilliant. Do you know what? It's been a brilliant game of football, Ali. It really has some real top quality bit to play, and that was right up there with the best for me.
Poland 1, Austria 2. We were talking about Baumgartner in the build-up as well, because before this tournament he'd scored 4 goals in 4 games for the national team. That super quick one against Slovakia, then Turkey, then Serbia, then Switzerland in the pre-tournament friendlies, and now he scored in a big one here. Poland 1, Austria 2.
You know what I enjoy seeing as well, Ali, when players celebrate with managers and when players celebrate with I love that at major tournaments. I love it when substitutions get up and celebrate. That shows everybody's together. That shows the togetherness within the team. You're seeing him there with Ralf Rangnick. That must be such a special feeling for that manager.
Yeah, it's going to light this game up now for the closing stages. Poland cannot afford to lose it, because then they'll go into the last game against France on 0 points. Would have to win that to give themselves a sniff of a chance of getting through as a best place, third place team. So Poland really got to go for it. They're immediately back on the attack, wide on the left-hand side. It is the Austrian fans you can hear singing loud and proud inside this stadium at the moment. Best third place teams as it stands. Slovakia, Austria are there. because the 3 points at the moment, yes, that's right, has them behind France and the Netherlands, Slovenia and Albania, with Scotland and Czech Republic just missing out at the moment. But that is all going to change as the games go. Lewandowski, edge of the Austrian penalty area. Swiderski with power with the left foot. Great block by Pence. Then two players down inside the penalty area. That was the total opposite to the attempted Baumgartner finish. That was just a left foot lash and a rocket, and Pence just had to get his body in the way.
Yeah, and sometimes it needs that from the edge of the box. It's a great strike on his left foot, and the keeper just gets himself behind. It's a good save from Pence, and sometimes you think to yourself, I don't know whether the ball moved, might watch it back in a minute, Ali, but sometimes you hope that keepers can parry it away from goal a little bit. He parried it back in, but it was a great strike.
The pouting Marko Arnautovic has got himself a yellow card for a challenge on the halfway line. Shakes his head dismissively at the referee. How dare you? Poland 1, Austria 2. Lewandowski blocked off by Danzo. Now Lewandowski had a foot high in the air. He's on a yellow card, so he's got to be a little bit careful. Referee's not interested in that. And now what are we saying? What's he given here? Free kick. He has given a free kick for the high foot from Lewandowski.
I like that, Ali. He's tapping himself there as if to say, sorry, I've not given that. I like that from the referee. He's played it, no problem. He's realised he's made a mistake and he's given the foul. Lewandowski's got to be a little bit careful. He's booked, isn't he? So just be a little bit careful.
20 minutes to go in the game. Poland 1, Austria 2. So Austria moving on to 3 points, which will put them level on points with France and the Netherlands in this group. Netherlands-France to come tonight. 8 o'clock kick-off UK time. Full commentary on 5 Live and BBC Sounds, coverage of all the games at this tournament for you here on this network. Lewandowski tackled on the halfway line, free kick for Poland. Talking about the France-Netherlands game later on, by the way. Little link there to the Sports Strangest Crimes podcast, the latest series of that, about the extraordinary feud between two players that rocked the PSG women's team and French football as a whole. It's narrated by Maisie Adam. You can listen to the episodes first on BBC Sounds, and that is the place to go to subscribe to the Football Daily as well. All the debate, analysis, reaction from Euro 2024 there for you every single morning. Go to BBC Sounds, click subscribe and get on that Football Daily. 20 minutes to play here. Poland 1, Austria 2. Austria's standing off at the moment. Poland have the ball, halfway line. Jakub Kiwior of Arsenal plays it back to Dawidovic. Zielinski has dropped deep to try and make it happen. Clever ball up the middle of the field, finds Swiderski. Swiderski plays it back here to Schlich. Wide it goes to Frankowski. Cross comes in, good delivery. Lienhardt is there, throws himself at the header, and away it goes for a Polish throw on the right. Connor.
Defended brilliant all afternoon, Lienhardt. I think he's been fantastic. He's always been there. He's defended his box brilliant. He gets up the pitch, he steps up the pitch, he squeezes. I think he's done great this afternoon.
Can Poland find themselves an equaliser? They'll really be thinking about trying to find 2 goals here to actually win the game and give themselves the very best chance to try to get through in this group. Polish possession now being booed by the Austrian fans. Zalewski wide on the left, sliding block by Stefan Posch, and then the whistles turn into huge roars for Posch's committed challenge to block the cross. Zalewski again, Posch gets his body in the way again. Zalewski plays it back here into midfield. Kiwior is there. Kiwior does well to hold on to that. 2 challenges on him. Now Zielinski, that looks too close to the keeper, it is. Pence makes an easy catch.
Outstanding from Posch, outstanding. He knows a centre-back, Ali. You know when your full-back blocks it, it's the best feeling in the world because you know the ball's not coming in. You can step out, whether it's a throw-in, you set up for the throw. Brilliant defending from Posch, that just to make sure that ball doesn't come in the box, because he's realising now there's 2 strikers for Poland up the pitch.
Every time you use just Posch, the surname Posch in football commentary, it does take me back to Spice Girls and 90s and all that. Stefan Posch.
You must have liked them then, Ali, eh?
Yeah. Didn't mind him, Connor. Back in the day, how old would I have been then? Early 20s? Yeah. No, I'll take that. I'll take that. Kevin Danzo gets ready to take the free kick for Austria inside their half. How are they going to approach this now under Ralf Rangnick? Leading 2-1.
I don't think they know any other way of playing, Ali. I really don't. I think they'll stay on the front foot. I think they'll keep on going. I think on transition they'll keep on attacking, trying to counter-attack. I think they're being great. I don't think they know any other way of playing.
Baumgartner just holding his side there. He leapt to win a header and he's moving a little sorely now. Poland have it in the left-back position. Wimmer's done well, makes the block, and that's going to be a throw-in for Poland inside their own half. But time is running out for them a little bit now. 17 minutes to play. Playing in their 5th consecutive Euros at the moment, Poland. They reached the quarterfinals at Euro 2016. It's the only Euros tournament where they've actually ever won any games. The other ones, they haven't managed to win a game. They're losing here by 2-1. Ball is played back to Pence. Pence with his left foot plays across his own penalty area for Austria to Danzo. Next break in play will take you back to St. Lucia. England chasing 164 to try and beat South Africa in the World T20. Ball-by-ball commentary over on Sports Extra. Arnautovic brings the ball under control. Again uses his considerable heft to hold off the big lump that is Davidovic behind him. The ball is played out to the left-hand side, and Austria quite happy just to slow it down for a second. Left-footed pass in field, finds Lima. Work it out to the right to Baumgartner. Lovely change of gears, bit of pace. Baumgartner, edge of the box. Wimmer's shot saved by Szczesny. Good save by Poland's goalkeeper. Keeps them in it for now. It goes out for a throw-in to Austria. Over to St. Lucia, Ellie Oldroyd.
116 for 4, England in that chase of 164 to win. They needed a big partnership, and they've got it with Harry Brook and Liam Livingstone. 55 off 32 at the moment. England need another 48 runs and 26 balls. The 15th over went for 18. They need a couple more like that. 116 for 4.
By the way, I'm not going to claim credit for this gag. I've just seen a little message from our producer George, who said, ask Connor, tell me what you want, what you really, really want from the last 15 minutes of this game. Well played, George. Very good. I like that. Oh dear. Grzycki is coming on for Poland. Former Hull and West Brom winger. Can make things happen. Comes on to win his 94th cap for his country. Austria waiting to make changes as well. Michael Gregoric, centre forward, replaced by Arnautovic today, is going to come on. Romano Schmidt is going to come on as well. And there are 15 minutes to go in a thrilling game. Poland 1, Austria 2. Thrown in down towards Arnautovic. Leaps well to win the header. Nods it back. Corner of the box. Lima dribbles into the Polish box. Poland get it away. Zeipelt's bouncing shot straight at Szczesny.
Look at the reaction from Austria. Look at the reaction. Look, that's all they know. The reaction to the loss of the ball is fantastic, honestly. But like I was saying before, I just think the way they've played on the front foot, and going back to Arnautovic, Ali, I think he'll go a little bit under the radar today, but what he's done for the team in terms of holding the ball up, occupying 3 defenders at a time, if I'm being honest here, and bringing his teammates into play has been brilliant.
Didn't actually notice it in commentary at the time as Zalewski swings one forward first time and it comes all the way through to Patrick Pence. So Arnautovic, you picked it, Connor. His dummy, his lead for the Baumgartner run creates that goal. I think, was it Press's ball, the sub left back who created it? This could be the winner. Sabitzer clean through, 1-on-1 round Szczesny penalty. Has to be. Szczesny caught him, brings him down. Was it a genuine attempt at the ball? The referee says yes. Yellow card for Szczesny, but Austria could be about to wrap this up. Connor Cody.
Brilliant. Arnautovic again, occupying defenders, winning the flick on, but Sabitzer's got to know what Arnautovic is doing. I go back to Ali, knowing what your teammate's doing. Look at the partnership. Arnautovic actually doesn't flick it on. He just occupies Davidovic. Great play from Sabitzer. I actually thought he'd done the wrong thing. I thought he was just going to pass it into the goal. Yeah. And I think if Szczesny doesn't bring him down, he probably loses control of it. He might just get it and tap it in. But fantastic play from Austria.
Szczesny's actually fouled him with his face. Szczesny's thrown himself to his right-hand side. Sabitzer's tried to avoid him, and he's caught him with his jaw. So Szczesny's rubbing his jaw. I think I'm right in saying he saved a Messi penalty at the last World Cup, although Argentina went on to win the group game. And this is classic mind games, this is fantastic. In this spectacular setting, Arnautovic, who's such a theatrical character, against Szczesny. Arnautovic, with thousands of Austrian fans watching, wants this moment, selfishly wants it, but obviously wants it for his nation as well. This is big. This, you think, will seal the win. Szczesny's a personality too. Arnautovic is ignoring him. Szczesny trying to get his attention, leans up, touches the bar. Arnautovic just staring at the ball. You heard the whistle. Here's the moment. Arnautovic scores for Austria and surely wins the game. Szczesny dives to his right. Arnautovic puts it the other way. A massive goal from the Austrian captain. Poland 1, Austria 3.
Fantastic, brilliant penalty. Sends the keeper the wrong way. And let's be honest, did we ever doubt him? The pressure that's on his shoulders, playing in the European Championships in front of his supporters, absolutely brilliant penalty. But the play before it with a penalty, Ali's outstanding.
Yeah. Arnautovic, very emotional. He is walking off the pitch. He has stepped over the hoardings and he is walking towards a section of the Austrian fans, and it looks like he's blowing a kiss and giving a particular message, and he's looking really moved at the moment. Poland 1, Austria 3. Coolness under pressure from Marko Arnautovic, and what a call by the manager Ralf Rangnick as well to bring him in to lead the side today as well.
100%, and we were debating it weren't we, before the game whether to bring him in, but I just think his decisions before the game, that manager Ralf Rangnick, even the two centre-backs, it's a massive decision, and to do that and to see the way they played, to see the way all that Austria team buys into everything he's want to do. You see the substitutes there, I mentioned before, the togetherness, everything about it, they've been outstanding today.
So Austria leading 3-1, just over 10 minutes to play, closing in on 3 points, a win here in Group D. France are on 3 points, the Netherlands are on 3 points, and they meet tonight in Leipzig. Full commentary of the game here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. It kicks off at 8 o'clock. Looks like real trouble for Poland in this group. They play France in their final group game. If they win it, they'll get the 3 points. The goal difference, of course, though, not great, having lost 2-1 to the Netherlands, losing 3-1 here. So unlikely that they would be able to make it out as a best third-placed team. Right, changes for Austria, 2 of them coming. Christoph Baumgartner, how good has he been today, Conor Cody?
Ali, he's been outstanding. We've mentioned him a few times, haven't we? But he has been absolutely fantastic. But you know, even these substitutions, he trusts his whole squad, doesn't he, Ralf Rangnick? These are big substitutions. You're bringing off big players, and I know they're winning 3-1, but he's done it when it was 1-0, and he's making big substitutions. Arnautovic coming off the pitch, getting the applause that he needs and that he deserves as well, should I say. They've been brilliant, they really have.
Yeah. Conor and I, a few hours ago, watched Arnautovic in his smart suit swagger onto the pitch. At that point, he must have known he was playing. He loves the big stage. He's delivered for Austria today, and he's dragging himself off the field, and now he's getting high fives from everyone on the Austrian bench. Good team, Austria. We knew that before they came into the tournament. Played well against France, and I think deserve to be leading Poland here, don't they, Colin?
Yeah, I think on the measure of the game, Ali, I think they've been brilliant. I think there's been spells where Poland have settled and got into it a little bit when the goal happened. They've had a couple of little half chances, little opportunities. But Austria, I think they're I'm absolutely made up. I got invited to come to this game with you today because I think they're fantastic, Ali, honestly.
No, it's been great. And actually, just to be in here, Conor, and experience this stadium and this atmosphere.
100%. But just I mentioned at the start of the game, just 2 different teams playing different ways, different philosophies, managers who think in different ways. But obviously we've seen Austria come out on top, and we think they're going to do now in the next 10-15 minutes or so. But yeah, brilliant side, and the way they play and the togetherness that they show, I think is fantastic.
Wojciech Szczesny playing in his 4th Euros for Poland. It's going to be another miserable afternoon for him. First ever Euros, got sent off in the opening game against Greece when Poland were hosting that tournament. They didn't get out of the group. Then 4 years later against Northern Ireland, injured in the first game, didn't take any further part in the tournament. 4 years later, an own goal against Slovakia in a defeat against them. And today, I mean, not going to blame him for conceding the penalty. He was left one-on-one and actually caught Sabitzer with his chin, so got a whack in the face for his pains as well. But Arnautovic has beaten him from the penalty spot. We're into the last 10 minutes of the game. Poland 1, Austria 3. And again, not just atmospheres, we're seeing great goals in all these games as well. There's so many good goals in this tournament being scored as well.
Absolutely spot on, Ali. But what I will say, I don't think Poland have been that bad. I can't sit here and say Poland have been really poor. I just think they've come up against a really strong Austria team. And we knew at the start, didn't we, the first 10 minutes, we knew they were up for it. We know there was a team talk before that game that got them players really firing, and they set the tone for the game.
Poland still coming, trailing 3-1. Really got to chase it now. Last 10 minutes of the game, up it comes to Lewandowski, who's not been able to play much part in the tournament at all so far. Interception by Stefan Posch. I'm going to use the full name this time. Chested down by Sabitzer. Oh, Austria want more. Gregorich, tall centre forward, bringing it in from the right-hand side, still going into the penalty area, can't quite take it round Bednarek. Oh, terrible clearance from Poland. Comes back to Posh. Oh, Szczesny, unbelievable save. Screamer from Posh, heading for the top corner, and Szczesny at full stretch somehow tips it around the post. Posh, well, very nearly an absolute wannabe.
I tell you what a save first and foremost. Let's give Szczesny credit, because that was a brilliant save, but that was like he wound up his left foot, that Ali. You could tell that was his weak foot, but what a strike. And we said before, we don't think Austria will stop, we don't think they'll rest on the laurels and just sit in and see the game out. They're going again and again. I just think it's all you can see with how they play. That is their way of playing, and they won't change.
That is one of the saves of the tournament. That is an incredible save from Szczesny, because that was screaming into the top corner. Poland 1, Austria 3. Deep swinging corner to the far post. Danzo stretches out a right leg, can't keep the ball in play, and behind it goes for a goal kick.
Yeah, they're not stopping, Ali. I tell you what, they've been a pleasure to watch. It's been a great game, Ali, hasn't it?
Oh,
It's been
yeah.
an absolute fantastic game. Two good teams, but the way Austria play, I just think they're a joy to watch. I really do.
Ball-by-ball commentary of the cricket continues over on Radio 5 Sports Extra. England trying to chase down 164 against South Africa. They've lost another wicket. Ellie Oldroyd.
Yes, huge wicket this one. Liam Livingstone was going so well, looked like the ball was sailing over the boundary, but caught in the deep by Stubbs off Rabada. 33 off 17 for Livingstone, 139 for 5 England in the 18th. They need 25 off 16 balls, but Harry Brook is still there, 47 off 30.
Yeah, as I said, ball by ball over on Radio 5 Sports Extra. Ellie will keep us posted here on 5 Live. Seifelt, good first time ball to Gregorich, controls it in the centre circle. Lima's made a great run through the middle if they can find him. Lima onto the ball inside the box, round Szczesny, angles tight, Lima right across the face of goal. Would have been another brilliant goal by Austria. It's just wide, it remains 3-1.
Transition, honestly, Ali, on the transition, it's a bit the ball deflects a little bit, ends up at the feet of Seibald, and his first thinking is to pass the ball forward into Gregorich. It's a brilliant turn, great pass, and a great move. It really unlucky.
Winner of this group, by the way, will play the runner-up in Group F. That is the Portugal, Turkey, Czech Republic, Georgia group. Runner-up in this group will meet the runner-up in Group E. I'm just thinking where Austria might finish, because if they finish third in this group and come out, they are going to be very dangerous. They could play the winner of B, potentially. That's your Spain, Italy, Croatia, Albania group. The winner of C, potentially, England's group, or the winner of E that I've already mentioned. Here come Poland, low cross from the right is blocked, came from the right boot of Frankowski, and he wants to take the corner that he's won quickly. Looks like time is up for them, but you never ever know. 5 minutes plus added time to go. Poland 1, Austria 3, and Kasper Urbanski, the Bologna forward, the 19-year-old waiting to come on. Corner, that's awful. Headed into the near post, left-footed drive wide of the target, and behind for the goal kick to Austria.
Tell you what, if you've gone in the box there as a centre-back, you've got yourself up, you're 3-1 down, all you want is the ball to be played in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box, and you know when it hits the first man, it's so frustrating,
yeah.
You know, Ali, it really is, it's so frustrating.
You can visibly see the shoulders slump, can't you, when that happens. Right, Urbanski comes on, Zielinski comes off. Love watching Zielinski play football. Been fabulous at club level for Napoli, part of that team that won the title under Spalletti a couple of seasons ago. On to Inter Milan he goes next season. Great mover with the ball at his feet, but not been enough for Poland today. It's the Austrian fans who are bouncing inside the Olympic Stadium in Berlin, and Austria will be in this stadium for the final group game as well against the Netherlands on Tuesday. So final group games once they begin. Here come Austria again. Wimmer's won it off Kivior. Kivior looks like he's in quicksand trying to get back here. Wimmer, couple of step overs. Poland do get enough numbers around him to block it, but Austria is so hungry still to win that ball high up the field. Poland clear, interception from Lienhardt. A couple of committed challenges from him. Sliding clearance turns into a great pass. Gregorich looking for the runner on the left-hand side. Going to have to work hard to keep this ball in play. Has been kept in play. Prassis crosses. That a handball? Is it going to be another penalty? Not at the moment. Referee had a clear view, and Poland come away with it. Last 3 minutes of the game. Poland 1, Austria 3. Austrian fans feel they should have had a penalty. Great run here from Lewandowski, eventually runs out of space. Danzo with the tackle. I really wouldn't be surprised if we get a fourth Austrian goal here, Connor.
Yeah, Poland are open, aren't they? They're going for it, they're trying to get a goal, but they're so open, and that is where, like we spoke about all afternoon, on the transition, Austria can hurt you. They're going, do you know what I'll say about Austria? They're a fantastic team, but they're so honest, aren't they? You see the reaction to the ball every time they lose it and how they react and win it back and then pass forward.
Couple of minutes remaining. Really enjoyed this one this afternoon. Another great commentary on its way in a little bit here on 5 Live. France against the Netherlands. Austria controlling the game, controlling the ball in the closing stages, having some fun with it as well. Lima rolls it forward to Sabitzer. Now the captain that Arnautovic has gone off. Gregoritsch, little touch. Romano Schmidt on as a substitute. Tiny little figure, the number 18, plays the ball out to the big man Gregoritsch out wide. Back it comes to Pras. Little 1-2 with Lima. Surprised we're not getting the olays here from the Austrian fans. They're just toying with Poland at the moment. 89th minute of the game. Seifeld, right-footed pass, plays it across to the big centre-back Kevin Danzo. Deliberately side-foots it out to the right to Posch. Little switch from him. Oh, and then a leap in the air and a back heel as well. And a pass to Wimmer. Wimmer into the edge of the box. Eventually Sabitzer loses it. And Poland should be able to bring it away. But Austria go hunting again.
The reaction to, I mentioned here about them being an honest team. The reaction to lost the ball. And Sabitzer's clapping everyone. He's cajoling everyone. He's making sure people are doing it. He had 3 people around the ball there.
Just having another look at the potential penalty shout there. I think it was Frankowski. He turns his back, he lifts his arm up. His arm is tucked in close to him, and it does very clearly hit his elbow. That must have been close, I think, potentially. It's not an arms behind the back job, it's an arm sort of lifted up, and it hits him on the elbow. Austria don't need any further help. They're still leading by 3 goals to 1, but goal difference could be important if it comes into the old best third-place teams. Wimmer's tackled on the halfway line, tripped. Free kick coming Austria's way, and the 4th official is out about to tell us how much added time we got at the end of the game. Tell you what, having such, I don't actually want it to end. This has been brilliant this afternoon.
From start to finish, Ali, from when we got to the ground and you see the atmosphere, you see the supporters outside, as you mentioned before, the lollipop, which I really like, the red and white, I thought it was fantastic, and the game's lived up to it as well. I think second half, we mentioned, didn't we, about that lull around the hour mark when the substitutions were getting made. I just think Austria have reacted better to that. I think they've reacted better. They've scored some fantastic goals, obviously, but they've just come out on top by reacting better to that moment in the game.
4 minutes of added time, and then it's all over. Austria leading Poland by 3 goals to 1. Baumgartner's goal in particular, fabulous this afternoon. Schmidt trying to get onto a long ball down the middle. What's the referee seen there? A foul by Schmidt, so it'll be a free kick for Poland. Poland somehow have got to find 2 goals in 4 minutes here, but they just do not look like doing it. At 1-1, there was the Swiderski strike that was really powerfully struck that Pence managed to parry away. But Austria have been the better team, and the pick of the goals. Brilliant early header from Trauner. Great timing of run and leap, but you have to say Baumgartner's goal. The pass in from the left, Arnautovic's dummy, and then the fabulous finish. And they're looking for more. Schmidt on the left, run made by Gregoritsch, heading towards the byline. He won't quite catch that, and behind it goes for the goal kick. Szczesny receives the replacement ball, runs at it hard, smashes it downfield. Swiderski jumps with Danzo, so committed Austria in absolutely everything they do here. Schliz just plays it back to Kivior, down the left it goes. Chased by Grzycki. I mean, Grzycki's not had a touch since he's come on the field. Wimmer plays it back into the right back position, and there's our favourite Bosch clearing with his right foot downfield. But it's actually gone out for a throw into Poland on the left.
He did brilliant, by the way, absolutely brilliant. And we could talk about all the Austrian players. Siervaldi in midfield's covered every blade of grass, the way he gets up to the ball, the way Posch has defended. Like you said, Grzycki's come on and not got near the ball.
Right, Austria are going to sing us to the finish here. Sounds like the entire nation inside this stadium. And what a performance they've seen from their team. Poland 1, Austria 3. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, Georgia against the Czech Republic. 5 o'clock, Turkey, Portugal. 8 o'clock, Belgium against Romania in a fascinating Group E after Ukraine's 2-1 win against Slovakia earlier on today. Well, that's an obvious foul by Schmidt, although Poland have managed to keep playing. Cross comes in from the right. Tell you what, chance! Grzycki's missed it. Left-footed volley at the far post. Goal was gaping. Still a difficult skill to execute. Could have set us up for a really tasty closing 90 seconds, though.
I tell you what, Ali, it's the best chance of the game for Poland. Really, really good. Caught Forster on his left foot as well. Do you know what? You just wanted a little bit off the ball because Lewandowski was just coming in before him, and you want Lewandowski to attack it really with his head. But a really good chance, and that would have set us up lovely for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, well, that's all we've got. About a minute and 20 seconds to go. Poland 1, Austria 3 here in Berlin. So Austria-Netherlands is going to be quite some game. And once it comes to those final group games, the way it's going to work on 5 Live and BBC Sounds, commentary team at one game to bring you the full commentary of that, reporters at the other game. You will not miss a thing across those final group games, and there will be some tight finishes in these groups as well. Minute to go here. This could be one of those groups, actually. Poland 1, Austria 3. Throw in for Austria. Right back position. Posch takes it, slings it into central midfield. Are they going to come again? Lima with the ball at his feet, forward to the halfway line. Schmidt plays it back to Lima, very quickly to St. Lucia. Another wicket, Ellie.
And a crucial one, England needing 14 off the final over, and Harry Brook has fallen from the first ball of it, out for 52. He got them into an excellent position, but that could be it. 14 more needed off 5 balls.
Closing stages on Radio 5 Sports Extra, and once the full-time whistle blows here, we will take you to St. Lucia for the closing stages here on 5 Live as well. So as soon as this is over, we'll get some final thoughts from Connor, then we'll be straight to St. Lucia. It is all over. Austria have won. The fans in the red shirts absolutely joyous inside this stadium, and Connor Cody, quite rightly too. Austria fabulous today.
I was going to say, Ali, and so they should be. They've watched their team work their absolute socks off, run the heart out. They've seen players come off the bench, they've seen a togetherness, and they've seen some quality football and goals. They were absolutely sensational. I've loved watching them.
Connor Cody's still got the joy of his Berlin kebab to come tonight, but will it beat what we've seen here in Berlin? Austria have beaten Poland by 3 goals to 1. We've got commentary on the Netherlands against France to follow at 8, but now it's straight to St. Lucia for the denouement of England against South Africa. Henry Moran.